Hello, Gunna.
What you call me?
Hello.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh.
Mr. Obama.
Please, Mr. Obama.
Please.
I'm drowning.
Do anything for you, Mr. Obama. Anything?
Anything.
I don't like this. I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it.
I am uncomfortable with the energy that we have cultivated in the studio today.
I love Griffin McElroy more than any other DM.
The McElroy brothers bring me such joy.
Oh, but Travis is doing such a good job with graduate. Yeah.
Fuck that. I couldn't listen to it anymore.
Dude, I didn't even like get to the point where their subreddit was toxic, and I was out. I was like 5 episodes in, and I was like, I don't remember any of these people's names. I'm sorry, man.
And that was just he just tried doing too much too fast, and you can't do that in an audio medium where you can't track it. I don't need a whiteboard for fucking character creation for a show that I casually listen to. I have a whiteboard for my show, and I still don't remember the important information.
You just write terrifying things on it that you don't tell us about.
I have important things noted.
I have a dartboard that I throw darts at to determine what's going to happen in the session that night.
Hey, I didn't get to tell you what we're doing on our Tuesday campaign, T. I forgot to mention it. Get it?
I set up some evil shit. I'm sorry, you can go.
You forgot to mention it's so good. I just ripped the hair out of my fucking head.
Our other DM, Adam, has placed us in the nest of a false Hydra.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't place us in there. We are in there by our own choice.
But he put
It's
it in front of
usually
us
how that
and said,
goes.
like, let these people suffer or fix it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of.
John, you have stumbled into a heist.
Are we live already?
Yeah.
I mean, it says BRB.
We've been live for 2 whole minutes.
I gotta set my spells up for a heist.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
I should maybe take a look at what are the odds that I'll need a command again.
I also really hope you understand you made an enemy of a very large female dragonborn.
Who, me?
Yes. You
Yeah,
made
and I'll do it again. Bop, bop.
Just give me the map.
Listen, I had 2 of our players upset with me at the end of our last week's session, and as a DM and as a creator and as a person, not gonna lie, my feelings were hurt.
Upset? We weren't upset. The characters were upset.
Yeah, but if your feelings are hurt, just hurt their character sheets and then you'll feel better.
Oh, no. The feelings expressed to me were 100% justifiable.
Hello, everybody in the stream and to the people here.
It's so weird that it's like showing me a loading for T on my computer, but on the D&D stream, I can see him.
What
It's
the
working
hell?
fine.
Why am I still... I'm
No,
so
no,
ready
it's
for my
working.
computer to be here. So
Oh, yeah.
hopefully...
To be
and
fair,
I swear to God, if I just spent a dollar amount I spent on this goddamn computer and we still have these technical difficulties, I'm just saying, my skin looks great in this lighting.
It does. I'm gonna pop out the chat so that I can not have
I
to
love you too, Alec.
distracted by
why can't
our
I can't see him in
beautiful
the chat? Why
DM's
can't I see him in
face.
the chat?
in 2 places instead of 1.
Why can't you see him in
Oh,
chat?
I'm so sorry, I
Did you
can't see him
just
in
load
chat.
into it?
No, I have usually so I see it a little bit differently in Streamlabs. I have the chat going on the right side. But,
Yeah. I'm assuming it's similar to the mod view.
Oh my God! Oh, I just learned something new. You learn something new every day.
Did you collapse chat?
No. I can see though. I can see chat from yesterday. I just can't.
Hey God,
What's up?
do we need to be in roll 20 tonight?
Likely, yes.
Okay, I just need to know if I need to pull it up. I've got my chat and my character sheet in front of me now, and then I have D20 over here, so I've moved things around a little bit. And now it's time for everybody's portion of ASMR of this fine Thursday evening.
All right, Alec, I'm coming.
Oh my God.
I need my food to hurry up so I cannot eat during exposition.
Oh my God.
I need my food to hurry up
I rolled out all my die earlier, and I realized that I'm missing 2d4 exactly. So I'll find them in the sole of my foot one day.
You sure will.
But on the note of food, I hopped on stream as soon as I got back from the hobby store, and I need to go heat up some more food. So I will be back momentarily.
All right, so I need to pop out.
Do you guys know that you can use water walk to walk on lava?
I am not allowing that. I can tell you that much right now.
In the rules, it says if it were harmless solid ground, creatures crossing molten lava can still take damage from the heat. So I still get hurt. I just don't fall into it. So like my speed is retained at whatever it is versus what it would be as a swimming speed.
Do I still need both characters for D&D Beyond? Also, guys, now's a really good time to ask questions if you have them.
So it's really going to depend on if you would like to bring Rusty to the party is really how that's going to play out.
It's all going to depend on how before goes.
That is not up to me.
Yeah, I know. I can't make a final decision
Except
until...
it's literally up to me.
It's all going to be based off of how interactions go within the party.
There is one thing I need to set up before we truly get going, but that's really that can kind of flip-flop depending when Jordan is able to join us. Alec, you sure can try to beat me up.
Also, to answer that question, Bowser is gone for like the next 6 weeks. He might be able to swing back in, but as far as we're just considering him gone for a while.
PK, conversation we need to have at some point. So as we know, I'm out next week, as is Bowser. But for the 29th, I think it's just the three of us currently here. Because Moose has got plans. Jordan does not think he will be available. Bowser will not be available. So I feel like we're playing some type of game on the 29th.
Yeah, and also, so there'll be a 2-week hiatus by the sound of it. Because if you're not here, pretty hard to play D&D without God.
Well, I mean...
We could Jordan it, but...
I figured you guys would just play Among Us or something for that day.
Who knows?
You guys
Maybe we'll
ever
play Call of
hear
Duty.
of this little RPG called The Happiest Apocalypse on Earth?
Is he gonna be free Saturday? Yes. So right now he's just indisposed due to work. I recall from Discord. Correct. Yes, John has it. So it's just he's got a show going on. So it's a weekday activity. Yes, he's still gonna be free on Saturday. I'm a noogie T-bald. Well, I mean.
Well, I'm already balding, so that's not a difficult task to accomplish.
I was like, yeah, I'm down for more Jackbox if that's the case. Phasmophobia could be a real option. I do have Phasmophobia, so I would be down to do some Phasmophobia. Oh, I know this playlist.
I forgot I muted Hydra. But yeah, PK, to answer your question, I have a marker for Zodak and Rusty.
Perfect.
Just because I wasn't sure how you wanted to play Cavalic now being pissed off with Rusty.
Yeah, I might still go for it. I think he's got enough. I could probably disguise myself. Yeah, you can, Alec. Which would be very, very fun. Stream avatars is what I was trying to load up, and my brain wouldn't let. Oh. Anyways, anybody got any questions in the chat? Do you want to know anything? If accent mode... Wait, what? Hi, could I somehow join the session? I see... So... Oh, goodness. Hello.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you for the follow, I see. So unfortunately, there's no real way to join the party now. But maybe in the future.
Like a sub or a follow milestone, do like a one shot for
Yeah, I'd like to have a time where we could add people in. I think that'd be fun.
I am all for that idea.
Yes. So unfortunately, not this session, just because we're not prepped up for it. The story is pretty deep into it, but once this series is over, just do guest stars. Yeah. I'd like to do something like I don't know if anybody in the chat or anybody in this party has listened to Harmon Quest, but that's always really cool where they just have like stories where you're expecting a different guest to come in once a week while there's like the main protagonist, and then and that'd be really fun if we could have like guests come on like once a week and just like maybe they're like the main quest giver. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, a dragon has impregnated my mother, and you're like, whoa, we gotta stop this. I don't know.
And those of you who did not open Discord at all today, I hate naming characters. So if you want a character to join us, shoot me a message, give me a name and a brief description, and they will appear because I hate creating NPCs.
So you can make NPCs. You can be an NPC in the game. Wow, what just happened? Sorry. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for subbing.
Oh, John.
John, thank you so much for gifting the sub. Everybody is
Man
amazing.
is nonstop.
Oh, Hamilton references? Are we only going to do Hamilton tonight?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Fun
in like
fact, I have
months.
never read Hamilton.
Don't read it. It'd be
Have you
boring.
watched it?
You should watch the musical.
I've not seen it either. I know physically nothing about Hamilton outside of the fact Lion King was loosely based on it.
Aaron Burr's the good guy, and I'm kidding.
I was like very debatable both in the musical and in history, but
Although in real
yeah.
life, the dude sucked. He was like a traitor, right? Like he ended up going on to like.
Dude, he tried to, if I remember right, he tried to overtake the Louisiana Purchase and become a king of the United States while also trying to marry his daughter.
Sounds like the South, if you ask me.
Well, it's definitely the West.
That song that he sings about his daughter.
Dear
gets a lot
Theodosia?
creepier knowing that. Like,
Yeah, hang on. Let me see if I can find the information on that. Let me, Aaron Burr, love, daughter? That seems weird.
I don't like that combination of words.
I just tried to spell the word dulcet like 4 times. I'm upset with myself.
Was
Anybody
Aaron
else
Burr in love with his daughter?
No, you were.
Alec, I don't know how to do accents. I'm telling you right now, Bubba.
What was
What
the
is
accent
an
request, sir?
ooh accent?
But speaking of ooh, check out this merch.
You gotta. Oh wait, hang on. You're frozen. Oh no.
Of course I am.
Oh no. You got. Ooh.
Oh, is it just this?
Oh no.
Oh, his camera went away, but I swear he's doing it, Alec. Don't
We
worry.
can see it. He's doing. You're going. Ooh. His cam froze.
Let's
That's
try this again. Am I back?
so. Actually, right now, Gwen is also wearing my pink version of that. You are back. We can see it. It's beautiful. It's you can buy it in the merch store.
You sure can.
It's boom, maybe. Level up with some merch. Also, sarange.
I'm gonna eat some food super quick.
Go
I'll
for
be
it.
right back.
Some what?
Let's. You guys have any questions? You guys have any thoughts about last week's episode? Do you want to know any? Do you want to make something canon right now while God's away? Because it's my favorite bit. I love making things canon for funsies. Where's my uwu God? I'll make sure that he gives you uwu in the retelling of the story. Last time our heroes were stuck in a messy-wessy situation.
No, can we not?
I mean, real cringy. I'm excited about it. It's funny. My thing kept suggesting that I redeem accent mode, and I was like, why is it doing this? So I'm glad that it happened.
I feel like accent mode was the worst addition to this because eventually one of us is gonna ooh our way through a session and it's gonna be like we're gonna get rated at the same time and people are just gonna be like, oh, these guys are really weird and into weird
It's like
stuff.
it's like, oh, I hate this. This is awful. This is a special kind of bad. So I made a whiskey sour, and it's turning out to be more whiskey than sour.
Ooh. What kind of whiskey do you use?
Ooh, this one's Jameson. But
Okay.
I'm usually more of a bourbon kind of person. So a lot of times we've got a couple really nice bourbons downstairs. I'ma do that to you now. Be careful. Ooh, your way through a session. Okay, here's what I'll say, and I'm sure everybody will agree. For $25, we will ooh the entire start to finish. So if somebody wants to donate, I'll wait for God to come back because he's worst and best. I still remember the Swedish Chef intro from a couple months back. Yes, that's what I say. For $25, I think like you redeem the points, you get it for 5 minutes. I think if you pay $25, we'll do it a whole session. We'll try our best. We're the most inconsistent group in the world, but
The wing is perhaps inclusive to the person who the $25 is aimed at.
I will not.
Okay.
Jordan.
As you say.
No, you must. You're the most ooh-woo of us all. Oh, he just muted him. See, he didn't want to be here anymore.
I'm gonna mute myself so I can eat some spicy chicken, but I'm back.
Okay. Question, Moose. For $25, would you ooh-woo voice the entire session?
For $25?
For 25. If we're gonna make it a donation goal, I think for $100, like group total, if for $100 donated to us, we will do an ooh-woo session from start to finish.
You underestimate my ability to do things.
We all get zapped by some magical spell, and now we're all just a little ooh-woo going through, which would be hard.
Do you mean like,
Be like, oh, Mr. Tucker, I don't think we can do this.
Hey, dude.
Tucker-san.
I can't feel this way at the start of a session. Just.
I will yeet myself from existence. I swear to God.
I say make it $100 to $200 goal.
In the other room.
That would be
And I'm worried
interesting. $100 to $200, and everybody's in a maid costume.
Snake, dude, that's so good.
Does that mean I'll be collecting a paycheck?
No.
No, straight to
me first?
Hello, hey, me first. I haven't even collected from this.
I mean, we all kind of get free t-shirts sometimes.
Yeah, and we all got those diamond headsets that you sent us after our last.
Shut up. No. Anyways, that's so crazy. What a funny joke that you're saying.
Invest in Dogecoin. Sorry, that's probably a crime to plug a stock.
I mean, I am getting my tax return in the next couple of days. We shall see. John, no, don't do it. How's your day going, guys? My day's going pretty well. I woke up with a really nasty, like, wicked stomach ache, which sucked, and that lasted half the day. But that eventually went away, so that was nice. Also got some new cast iron
another
skillets.
one of those sandwiches. Oh, he's eating
muted.
chicken. That's
yeah,
right.
he's eating them chiggy nuggies. Oh, also we got a Chemex, which that's super exciting. We're like thrilled about that. So that's like,
What is that?
a Chemex. It's a coffee maker.
Is that stuff that the professor used on the Powerpuff Girls?
Nope, that's Chemical X. You're fired.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
it's like, so it was made during World War II in Germany, or just 1941. She can explain it better than me. I should probably have her say it. But anyway, it's like the best way to like drip coffee. So think of your coffee maker that we have now. It's basically you have to do that yourself, and it's really awesome. I owe $300 for taxes because of working in Michigan while being an Indiana resident. Oh, dude, that sucks.
Oof.
Also, no way, John. We got the mood stuff here. We got the good stuff here.
No.
Oh, yeah. We're pure diamond. Cubic zirconium? No. Also, fun fact. Chocolate
Ironically, harder to find in headset form.
diamonds. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
Rare, but still is valuable.
They're not blood diamonds. They are
Soul diamonds.
soul diamonds, yes. Oh, my God.
Soul diamonds.
We got a whiskey with a dash of sour.
Oh, okay, good.
I've got a Lucky Irish Breakfast tea and a splash of whiskey.
That sounds
So
nice.
there's an Irish breakfast.
An Irish
I've been
breakfast
out of booze
is.
all week. So
Ooh, no, that's never a good time.
yeah, it's like we only got like we got a 6-pack of these like sours from some place last weekend, and we crushed them.
I
And
love
then-
sours. Good sour goes a long way.
Yeah, I've never been into them, but my girlfriend is, and so she like keeps asking for them, and she doesn't drink the crappy IPAs end quote that I drink, so I have to sort of.
I don't. Okay, here's my 2-minute beer spiel. I don't have any issue with people who drink IPAs. I personally can't do it. I don't like the weird punch in the back of the throat. And I had this really.
flavor, right?
I had this
Like dragon's milk.
no,
Oh no,
I thought Dragon's Milk was a porter.
it's like a stout.
A
It's
stout.
like a nice milk
yeah,
stout.
it's like a stout. PK, did you buy
Incredible.
good underwear? Oh yeah, dude, the best underwear.
Yeah, dude, diamond underwear.
They're leather. They
You can
chafe.
put them on once.
They get warm very quickly. Anyways, but we went to not Mad Anthony's. We went to Three Floyds over in northern Indiana, and I had like 5 zombie dusts and like a whole thing of cheese curds. And sorry if you guys are like, plug your ears for a few seconds if you're getting weirdly sick. I vomited cheese logs back out. So since that day, IPAs just make me think of cheese logs and zombie dust. So it's a no-go.
An alternative to zombie dust, if you're looking for, if you're wanting to, try another foray into IPAs, try Elysian Space Dust. It's not likely to make you shoot cheese logs out of your nose.
Shave PK beard for 1,000. Oh, my beard's never here. I try to stay clean shaven. I'm trying my best.
You only stay clean shaven because you are unable to grow a beard.
I think he
I
means
can
shave PK bald for 1,000 because I don't think you have a beard right now.
No, not at all. Smooth.
No, so how about grow PK beard? For
Not a beer
1,000?
person myself, but give me a nice whiskey and I'm good. I am much more into hard liquor. It's my personal bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll shave my non-existent beard for $1,000. I'll run a nice little razor across my skin.
You guys see that TikTok of that dude who's already got like a baby face, and he's like, and this is how to shave, and he's got on shaving cream, and he literally just drags the razor down.
Yeah,
and
it's that's crazy.
Are you talking about the guy that went right across his lips with no hesitation?
Yeah, he went.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I had like this much hair on my face, and using a razor on it was like, ugh, like it was like pulling because it was just
Yeah, when I
long.
shaved mine off, I went at it with my trimmer to get as low as I could, and then I went at it with the
So,
straight razor.
fun fact, I have 2 trimmers. The first trimmer died, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just use the second trimmer. I pull it, and I go to pull it through, and then it dies. And I was like,
Oh no.
so half my face is trimmed, and the other half still has beard hair. And I'm like, ugh, I have to get rid of it somehow. So I just took like a straight razor. I took a razor to it, and that was a bad day. It was weird. Bad
You
peak.
just tell people it's a statement piece.
It
and
was
just sort of
something,
send-
that's for sure. Alex says Moose loved me.
Love you, Alec.
Thoughts? Okay.
I should wear our merch
He, without
more
question, hopped into my random impromptu Apex stream.
I need to start wearing my merch on stream.
You mean like?
I mean, I go out of my way to do it. That's logical.
Ooh,
Johnny,
John's
grape juice. John, you know that's called wine. Sorry.
occasionally
fruit of the
but
vine
the
is
fruit of the
my-
vine is more my thing. Here's we actually just we went to a vineyard 2 weeks ago, and we got this really nice blackberry wine that I'm excited about. But I got this. I tried
Nice.
64 more followers to 250. Holy crap, guys, we are booking it. Fun fact, if we get to 250 followers, if you're new here and you haven't already followed, you should, because it's free. And also, if it gets 250, this one over here in the corner, over here, and me, and a third guy who's working, we're all going to dress like anime maids and do a 12-hour live stream.
And if you time it right, we can do it when we finish the finale of this show.
I have a gut feeling
Pretty good.
that we're gonna get to 250 mid-May. That I'm calling it now. Mid-May, we will be at 250.
Let's make it happen, everybody. Hit the Twitters.
If I unfollow and refollow, does that
As it turns out, mathematically, that's still 185.
Oh, frick.
But, you know, outside of math, it works.
Everybody just make a bunch of fake Twitch accounts.
No, dude, Twitch just banned like 7.5 million Twitch bots.
Yeah.
I was kidding. That's not good, guys.
We did
Yeah, please
have
don't do that, and we are not encouraging any of that kind of behavior.
backwards. I don't have the Twitters, Seamoose. Backwoods Brenny says.
Backwoods Brenny? Is that Andrew?
You don't have the Twitters.
What else do I hit?
Hello, you
Never
gorgeous
children.
man. What are you doing?
What else do you hit? Well, I can show you the world.
Also, real quick, I want to plug this. Not first off, not a sponsor.
Also,
Not a
June 11th
sponsor.
is my birthday, John. Right after that.
Not a sponsor. But if you like Rick and Morty, you should watch Solar Opposites on Hulu. It's Rick Royland? Is that his name? Is that the other Dan Harmon's partner?
Is there something
Justin
Roiland?
Roiland, yeah.
There it is. I was like,
One
it's
of those
something
600
Roiland. I was like, I don't think it's
names.
RR. Anyways, it's super good. It's super funny. It's lighthearted. It's about aliens. I had a great time with it. Gwen and I binge watched the 2 seasons in a week. Yeah, same creator.
I've been binging Modern Family.
Stop
I
it.
slept on that show for far too long.
Watch Solar Opposites instead.
Letterkenny and Initial D second stage.
I'm physically incapable of watching multiple shows at the same time. If I start something, I have to finish it before moving on to something else. It drives Sky up a wall. She's like, we've been watching this for weeks. I'm like, it's not over. It's not my fault.
It's like a book. You want to read the whole book.
We binge watched like 3
TV
series.
shows are made to be brain dumps. You got to switch between them to keep your brain maximum dumped at all times.
So we do right now we're doing Always Sunny. We were doing Solar Opposites, but we also had South Park that was kind of on par with that, and then Pokemon Indigo League, and watching something else. There's another show that we're watching, but basically we just kind of rotate amongst those. And then once we finish one series, we replace it. So there's always like an animated, like adult animation, like Bob's Burgers was the last one before South Park into Solar Opposites.
I was not a big fan of Bob's Burgers.
What? Oh, I loved Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers was amazing.
That
Bob's Burgers is a comfort show.
that
100%.
comedy just never really hit me. I'll watch it with Sky because that's one of her favorites, but I have zero interest in.
The mom in that and Tina are my two favorite adult cartoon characters ever. All right.
It's a whole mood though.
I do want to tell you guys, I started the Dota series that they just put on Netflix, Dota Dragon's Blood.
Is it good?
It is good. It is
Yeah.
good. I've never played Dota, so I don't know any of the lore of the world, but they do a great job of like really bringing you into it.
Twitch and
Has
YouTube.
anybody watched K Project? The anime from 2012.
Let me look it up real quick. But
I
most
saw
likely
a
not.
clip on TikTok today, and I've never seen a single scene
Oh!
that got me as hype as that show did.
Yes. I didn't know it was called K Project. I always just called it K. Yes. It's super good. Like
That one scene got me, like, it's the scene where, I don't know names obviously, but like the red power character and the blue power character catch each other at the mall and they make eye contact, and red just steps on the railing, jumps down, hands in pocket, lands, steps up, and just powers up and destroys everything. And I'm like, I don't know where to stream this. I will purchase it entirely. This one scene has me more hype than probably any other.
So I think you can still watch it on. Oh, they took it off Netflix, or not Netflix. Hulu. Hang on, you might have it. Let me check. Let me check VRV. I think it's on VRV, and if it is, you can borrow mine.
Thank
Plug
you.
an anime that doesn't exist yet, but will very soon. Chainsaw Man is going to be the next like massive.
Chainsaw Man. Okay.
I mean,
hang on.
I'm writing an anime that'll come out sometime, guys. Probably not, but like.
Can I please talk about Chainsaw Man for a second?
Go on.
The manga's already over, but
Yeah.
it was.
Wait, no, we're doing more, aren't they?
No, it's done. It
Talk about
ended.
the Chainsaw Man, Mac.
I've been dying to talk about the Chainsaw Man all day. Okay, so I'm really excited to get to that episode. We haven't gotten there yet. Also,
Mailroom.
yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. We're on season 4. Oh god. Spoilers. Spoils. Kick him out of FGBG. Who spoiled something? Was it me?
Well,
Oh,
it
no, it's
is
you.
8 o'clock, ladies and gents. And as we all know, on Kingdom Come last week, we left on some cliffhangers, some
Sir,
big drama.
you've been requested
because
to
I got to
this.
do something to make you guys come back. Because let's be honest, watching D&D Twitch streams probably not all like the highest to do this. But if we get you coming back, you're gonna get invested to the point like, well, I can't stop the story now. So with that being said,
Don't forget to
there's
the
one
recall.
super important scene I think we need to start with, because it is two beloved characters currently in a magic battle, because some information was uncovered, and I think it'd be disingenuous and disrespectful to you guys if we just left that uncompleted. So, Tucker, you and Grayson are staring at each other, we'll say 10 feet apart in just one of the hallways off from the cafeteria. And you are seeing a rage in Grayson's eyes that you've seen very few other individuals have. It's that look in the eye where it's a look that Tucker has when he looks in the mirror, because Tucker's experienced losing it all and he's ready to give his life because there's nothing else to live for. And as you look upon Grayson, that is the look you see embedded all over him.
And Grayson's white hot rage is met by cool tempered rage in return. Because we left off with Grayson casting a spell and Tucker counterspelling, right?
Correct. Well, technically Grayson was trying to leave, and Tucker did counterspell to stop him from leaving.
So Tucker's going to cast Intellect Fortress on himself
Okay.
and say, boy, this is not a fight that I want to have, but a conversation we need to have with one other person.
Then bring him in or I leave now.
Will you allow us to have it, the three of us?
You do not step closer than you are now.
That's fine. But I think the three of us need to talk about this first before we bring everyone else into it.
Get him.
Tucker will head back out into the cafeteria. Hey, Zodak.
Yeah, mate, what's up?
Come with me. We've got bit of an issue.
Well, that's not good. All right, yeah, it's fine.
And as you guys walk back into the hallway, Tucker, you immediately see Grayson now has multiple sigils written in red along the walls around him.
Can I identify what those sigils might be used for?
Yeah. Just go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Can do. 32.
So with the 32, you can kind of identify that each of these spells is more or less just scrolls he just kind of implanted onto the wall. So basically, if he touches any of these, some type of spell will be cast. But from what you can tell, there's only one that would be a damaging spell. Everything else is going to be like retreat spells.
Gotcha. That's a cool trick.
After hearing the commotion, could I say that Zoc is just heading that way, not interrupting, but like hanging out?
There wasn't a commotion.
No.
It got silenced instantly.
Yeah, so kind of to kind of clarify for you, Moose. So what happened last week was you could probably hear like Tucker and Grayson speaking loudly with each other, but I don't know if it would be enough to pull Zoc away from Balor and his alcohol.
Valid point.
What's going on, mate? It seems a bit serious.
Grayson, I've got one more request. And Tucker's going to cast Encode Thoughts and draw a thought ribbon from his mind.
And as you're doing that, he does ready his hand onto the wall, not touching anything, but just readying an action.
I release it and let it float down the hallway towards him. Just peruse that at your own will. Zodak, could you mind kneeling down?
Yeah. So Zodek will get down on one knee. What's up, mate?
And Tucker is going to use the. I have to use the book for this because I don't have it prepped today. But Tucker's going to use the book to cast. Oh God, what is the name of that spell? Modify Memory.
Okay.
And I think I have to use it again.
And just to clarify, as you are casting that, Grayson is kind of just holding the ribbon kind of in his hand, watching it circle.
Oh, no, never mind. I don't need to do that. I just have to use Remove Curse.
All right.
Tucker's signature spell.
Nice. So, we'll just expand upon that. Zodak, what you feel as Tucker casts this spell on you, you feel a darkness kind of encroach on you as it kind of like punches you in the gut as a flood of memories fills Zodak's brain.
Before Tucker
Go ahead.
casts the spell, he just takes Zodak's cheeks in his hands and just, I am so very sorry for this, and touches his forehead to Zodak's to cast the spell.
Oh, I like that. So as the spell is taking place, Zodak, when you think back to meeting Grayson, the memory you have is meeting just an abandoned orphan kind of out on the road. He kind of pulls at your heartstrings and you adopt this young child. But you mentally feel that memory get ripped apart in your mind as the real memory comes. Go ahead.
Just because I remember specifically verbatim what I said to modify the memory.
Okay, hit me with it.
So instead, Zodak remembers
I witnessed somebody murdering
Grayson's.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, and I
Grayson's
caught that
parents.
murder and I killed him.
Okay, no, that's even
No,
better.
he got away.
for
He got
the-
away. I tried to get right. Yeah, that's right. Because that's
So
the whole
that's
point.
even better kind of for this ambiance. Then, Zodek, as you're remembering witnessing the murders, you are now watching this memory from a third-person perspective as you now see yourself, Zodek, killing Grayson's parents. But with this third-person like view, as you look up the stairs, you see a young child kind of cowered between the wall, observing faintly down on the stairs, watching his parents being killed. And Zodek, you are now hit with the memory that you are the reason that Grayson is an orphan.
Zodek immediately falls to both knees and just vomits whatever's in his stomach and immediately starts to bawl.
And the thought ribbon that I sent to Grayson was Tucker's perspective of the lead up to Zodak getting his
Okay.
mind wiped.
So I think me personally, you can have a different headcanon for this, like in Code Thought, just because I like cinematography the way I do. The way I'm kind of picturing in Code Thoughts is like a film strand, like a DNA strand, but like film. So he is watching as it rotates and spins down his hand like a barbershop thingamajig. He is watching the memory kind of take place.
Think more of a pensive ribbon, like from Harry Potter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And so I like the idea of the ribbon being like the film. So like it, but I'll hit you with this. The way that it's read is they have to hold it up to their head, but instead of it going into their mind, it halos around
Okay, I
in
like
front of
that.
their eyes.
I like that. That's good. So as that happens, Grayson is kind of watching Tucker's perspective of everything. And Grayson is now, you can tell, feeling torn, but anger and distrust are still the prominent emotions he is feeling at this time.
So Zodek composes himself and he puts his hands up and he's like, "Do you trust me?"
No.
Perfect.
How dare you ask me a question like that?
So he's gonna slowly pull a dagger and just throw it at him, and then he's gonna hands up,
Throw it at him or like throw it at his
just like
feet?
slide it towards him,
Okay.
and he's gonna get down on his knees and tell this. Look, I meant every word of it when I said it. You kill me, you kill my family, you kill everything. My child, my wife, we're all connected. What I did to you is unforgivable. The darkness of being a demon completely took me over, and I acted before I thought. And you're right. I don't deserve to live. And I shouldn't have ever erased the truth. But there's no reason you shouldn't go on living. You shouldn't go on trusting these people. They love you. They did everything for you. And I'm the problem.
Is this where you expect me to disagree with you?
Not at all. I expect you to kill me. The thing I taught you to do.
The reason we went through with it this way is so Zodak could give his all to make sure that you were trained up properly. Because he knew that he wouldn't be able to go at it 100% if he knew he was training you to kill him. So he wanted to be able to be an unbiased teacher and make you better than all of us.
Sorry, looking up one thing.
And this is a heavy request. I understand if you can't accept it. But I'm asking you to be better than us here.
I risked my life to pull you from hell, and you knew this the entire time. You let me walk around like a fool, making me live with and learn to love and you knew all of this, and you lived with you. Is this why you treated me like shit?
Yeah. Because I couldn't separate my pain from you.
And as you say that, Grayson slaps his hand against the wall, and much like Full Metal Alchemist, where I pull most of my spell reactions because it's the greatest anime of all time, he smacks the wall, and a wall of stone now separates him from the two of you.
Can I reaction?
Yeah.
I want to use Staff of Woodlands and grow a tree to stop the wall.
Can Tucker put his hand up? And you can push past it if you want, but Tucker's just going to put his hand up as you raise your staff, like, I say let him go for now.
Look, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not supposed to be here anymore.
He needs space and time. We told him the truth. We got to let him decide what to do with it.
So did you want to try to turn the Staff of the Woodland into a tree?
No, but Zodak is pretty much mentally completely out of, like, he's not going to be able to function.
So I will say at this point, the stone wall being formed does cause quite a commotion. So Nikolai, Ziri, and I would argue Zok probably would hear the commotion as a massive stone wall is just formed in the middle of this hallway.
Zodak is going to start to meditate to talk to Axel.
Okay. So when Zodak meditates, where does he go mentally? Paint me this picture of where he goes to talk to Axel.
So when they meditate, he goes back to where his kid and his wife had the nice house in the woods.
Okay.
Inside of the orb that's keeping him alive.
Gotcha. So we will say, as meta as far as everybody else is concerned, this limbo that Zodak was existing in it ceases to exist. This home that they are currently in is going to more or less be their mental connection middle ground. That's just kind of where they talk. So the two, so Zodek, you go into your meditative state and you kind of subconsciously awake, sitting on your front porch with Axel kind of sitting in her rocking chair, sipping on a cup of tea.
So Zodek's gonna walk over to her and just break down in her lap, just sobbing.
She'll set her tea down and start rubbing your head.
And then that's all. He just needed to see her. So you can let
Okay.
everything else go on.
Perfect. And I believe, Moose, you were trying to say something?
I was just gonna say, after hearing the wall come up, I imagine if it was stone, it would have the friction would have shaken the floor a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Zoc immediately, just as trauma response, crazy how that works, is going to immediately stand up from he's sitting at the table like he was before, like the picnic table thing.
Mm-hmm.
He hears the floor shake and he stands up again, catching the table between his legs. But he stands up so fast it splinters the wood, and he just goes towards the hallway.
So Zoc, as you enter into the hallway, you see, would Zodek have gotten into like a meditative stance, or would he just like kind of stayed on his knees from like that collapse from everything and just like gone into this mental
Normally he would have gotten into position, but I think he was just so broken that he accidentally went into it because the only thing he wanted was to see Axel.
Got it. So yeah, Zoc, what you see Tucker kind of just standing over Zodek, who is in kind of a kneeled praying position, more or less. But from what you can tell, Zodek is motionless at this moment in time.
Zoc came around the corner with the club going, like he was ready, and then he sees just the two of them and stops mid-run, like almost unnaturally, like the brakes are full tilt, and he's just like, "What happened?"
Spell mishap.
Understandable. I almost killed myself trying to banish Oth. Magic is very tricky, and he puts the club back on his back, just turns right around and walks away.
I like that little bit.
Do you have a bullshit detector? Not to like retcon and like I like that we just get to pass it, but okay.
I do love that, like,
I don't know. It kind of speaks to the fact like how much trust that they would have. Like Zoc wouldn't believe that Tucker would be lying to him in this circumstance.
Well, also Tucker's not technically lying, but like,
Hey, what spell mishap?
I love that ever since that one lie that Tucker got away with to Zoc has never questioned Tucker lying.
What was the other one?
It was about Grayson.
Oh yeah, so no, it comes full circle, kind
You're
of.
right. I love it. But anyway, Tucker's going to go over and try and start using I don't really have any magic that can move the earth back, but I'm seeing if it's a temporary thing that I can dispel or something like that. But
Dispel magic is what, a first level spell?
I mean, dispel magic is a third level by default, but I can easily cast it at up to a 7th, I think.
Gotcha.
Zodek also has something that can help move it back.
Tucker would be aware that Wall of Stone is like a 5th level spell, so he would know that he would have to cast Dispel Magic at a higher spell slot to move the stone for now.
Does Wall of Stone dissipate after a while, though?
After 10 minutes, it'll go away.
Yeah. Tucker's not going to worry about it.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Just block the hallway for 10 minutes.
We went to the bathroom before all this happened, and they turned the corner, and there's just a wall in front of them. They're like,
He got to change the fucking layout again. It was supposed to be on Tuesday. Why did he do it so early?
I just figured it was like the Diagon Alley thing. Like he just turns the corner and the archway is gone, and he's just like.
Well, canonically now the Thieves Guild is an ever-changing labyrinth that changes on a periodic like schedule. And just occasionally Agog he's like, change.
No, Carrie Ann Moss just comes around the corner and like, they're here.
So what is Nikolai doing in this whole hoopla?
Yeah.
I feel like he was probably like not trying to listen in on the shouting or the conversation, because he was at least in the room near the hallway. I think he, like, when the stone came up and he saw Zoc running, he's like, okay, I'm gonna give it 10 seconds and see if they call for more help. And then when nobody started yelling for more help, he was just like, okay, I guess I should still go look. But I think now after Zach is like walking away, he's like kind of idling up.
Nikolai is the greatest like aged adventurer because like this is not the first time that you have referenced that Nikolai waits before acting. He's like, there's no reason to rush if it's not necessary. If they need me, they'll call.
Yeah, like
They'll
his
call.
mentality is, Russian after people are yelling and screaming. And
He is the polar opposite of Magnus Burnsides.
yeah, he's like pretty chill. Just kind of looks at the wall and looks at everybody and is like, "This is a fire hazard, yes? Problem or no?" Just
And
confirm?
it is late in the evening. So would you guys like to do anything else tonight, or would you all kind of like to make your way towards bed?
Question.
Tucker.
Go ahead. You go first.
Tucker wants to copy over the last spell to his, or that last spell scroll that he has to
Okay.
his spell book.
Perfect.
And I want to know,
What love is? I want you to show me.
can demons be reincarnated?
I would say yes. It's probably not common magic that would be performed. But yeah, I do feel like you could find something to reincarnate.
What about the 5th level spell reincarnate?
Nope.
Darn.
Big magic.
It is big magic. I was
sort
excited.
of thing.
I can reincarnate somebody though. Just got to get some oils.
Reincarnates what in the last 100 years? Reincarnate also requires
10
a
days.
body.
Yeah. You,
It
It also
requires
requires
most of the
Oh,
body.
reincarnate, right.
you touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a dead humanoid.
Yeah.
Oh, so I
Not
mean, if you
human.
had Axel's body, I probably wouldn't argue it too much.
Because she's not a humanoid, she's a fiend.
Yeah.
Touche.
But I can bring you guys can bring me back next time.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I took humanoid as just like a bipedal
I did too.
creature.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
specific type of creature in D&D.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
between
that's
Dragonborn and
Definition
Tiefling
is
and anything in
super
between.
wonky.
And this is why we need Jordan around, because otherwise I'm just letting you guys do whatever the hell you want. I need my parameters.
Ugh, parameters are
Two
boring.
rules will be
Gross. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Zodak just kind of sleeps in that hallway.
Okay.
Zoc will have a conversation with Balor before going to bed, as was previously planned, but I imagine we'll save that for when Bozer's back on stream.
That we can do.
Rusty would like to talk to the female Dragonborn.
Ziri.
Yeah.
Okay, that can happen. So no, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Fuck
Hey
off.
Ziri.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Did not think that through like most of my life. Don't really think that far ahead.
Screen down for the next part.
So yeah, that's probably a good idea. So yeah, Rusty doesn't have like an immediate option to speak with Ziri, because it takes a long time for her to kind of compose herself. After a couple hours, Rusty does find her sitting in the cafeteria, drinking, and she's probably on her like 4th mug of ale.
All right. Hey, you were the, for better or worse, slave that we saved from Kavlik, correct?
That would be me.
I wanted to talk to you about our plan here. We're going back to save them, but we need some information.
What you want to know?
We've heard rumors that the castle completely shifts. Is there a way to map that constantly?
That's kind of just a rumor that he tells people to deter.
And if given, do you have the ability to create a map so we could get through?
I mean, yeah, all of us slaves do.
Go ahead.
Is this happening in the cafeteria or is this a private conversation?
I think it's just happening in
I'm
cafeteria.
assuming they're just in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Then Tucker overhearing would like to join in or come
Sure.
over. Are there any other servants that we could trust to help us?
Oh, I mean,
I'll put it this way. Are there any other servants strong enough to actually help us while we're in there?
strong enough to help? Yeah. Strong, capable with these fucking restraints? No, probably not.
we can handle the restraints, at least on a person-to-person basis. We can't do everyone while we're there tomorrow, but we can do one or two easily enough.
Well, I would say, I don't know. People are gonna follow Brio. They're gonna follow Samantha. They're gonna follow. Remind me what Zodak's brother's name is.
It's a good question. Sorry. Zodak thought he was
no.
dead, okay? So I didn't think I was going to have to...
Kadaz. It's
Yeah.
Kadaz.
Is it?
It is
Sure.
now.
Opposite of
Yeah.
your name.
Sure. All right. That works.
It was either really Kadaz or nope. Those are basic names. I don't like any of these that popped up, so we're going with Kadaz.
Did you put Zodak backwards?
Yeah. That's my thing.
I'm all right with it. I'll allow
It's
it.
fine. I just realized I was typing it and I was like, I spelled it with 2 A's and I was like, wait a minute. And I was like beautiful minds did, and I replaced the A with an O and I was like, that's Zodak backwards.
It's like your parents could only think of those letters, and they're like, just mix them up. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Kadaz. Kadaz it is.
Kozad.
He goes by K for short. Rumor has it that every kiss begins with him.
Jesus.
Love it and hate it. There we go. That's not a bad idea, DJ.
It's a yin yang thing. Technically, it is. So I went to more.
Yeah.
So Zodak went more into more like spiritual thing and like decided to get in touch with nature. And his brother actually became an assassin. So fun fact for you. He
That
says
works out
from the
really
void.
well, actually.
Yeah, he says it from the void.
Well, I
love it.
appreciate you telling me that because I wasn't sure what kind of like character trope I was gonna go for this guy. Fantastic.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
worked with the town's protector, who was a rogue.
Okay. I like it. And then to clarify to Zodak, who's not technically there, but Rusty, Samantha is one of Zodak's side quests.
One of my side quests?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
James's wife.
And I would know that because he told me.
Zodak would know that, yes. Rusty
Yes,
would
yeah,
not.
no.
Rusty, speaking of tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, what's up? had to switch real quick, sorry.
Things kind of went sideways in a pretty colossal manner yesterday with you and Grayson in the keep.
Yeah, I left him.
So, well, I mean more you...
You guys are just in the game of abandoning.
All right.
Heroes, if you ask me.
So
No,
let's talk. Okay, hang on. I'd like to get in on that because I heard a little bit about this. So, you do understand that Balor single-handedly saved those children, right?
Balor is going to be the reason Kavlik's going to take out his anger on those children.
So let's talk about this for a second. I'm gonna roll persuasion here for this, if that's okay with you. Is that cool with you, God?
Yeah, I am going to say at disadvantage because she's going to be very distrustful of all of you, especially after Zodak and Nikolai tried mentally controlling her.
That's a 22.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage, I rolled 2 22s.
Okay.
If we had taken them, he would have not only killed you, killed this entire beautiful cafeteria of people who are working to fight Kavlik. He would have murdered those children and tortured them right in front of you. We've seen him do it.
Doesn't mean he's still not going to do it. Their protector is now not there.
It sucks. But this is not our fault. This is something we're trying to amend. This is Kavlik's fault, and I think it's important to remember who's the real enemy here. And that sometimes we have to make the less terrible of two extremely shitty options.
And as you're talking, she just takes all of her mugs and arm swipes them into the wall.
Can
to shatter.
I...
You called out Balor yesterday for that toxic masculinity, and all I've seen from you is gaslighting.
Technically, that would have been like 12 minutes ago, just to clarify.
Sorry, yeah. You called out Balor for toxic masculinity. A dragonborn who I've seen grow so much from that basic, raw emotion of smash anything in his way. He's grown so gentle and kind and loving in the past year and a half since I met him.
And why did he not think twice about leaving them, and then she breaks down again?
I saw that.
You
man
have to realize he thought non-stop about it the entire way down. That's how he is. He just had to make a decision.
At this point,
basically give them a chance or guarantee their death.
At this point, Zock's gonna come back into the room and just put the half-empty bottle that he took from Balor and put it on the table, and he'll say, "The other half of this bottle was not just for him. It was to numb the pain of what you said to him."
Also, can I give him a persuasion bonus to anybody who needs it?
I appreciate that you care about these children. But don't discredit Balor. He's trying. Harder than anyone.
I don't think she's going to respond to that.
That's fine. And Tucker just pats her on the shoulder and steps back and motions to Rusty.
Yeah.
Oh, Zoc. And usher them over to Nikolai's table.
I'll slide a note.
And to clarify, now is the opportunity to ask Ziri any questions, because some behind the scene things are going to be happening as soon as she leaves this room.
All right.
Oh,
Zoc will slide a note across the table in Valor's handwriting that was just her name scratched over and over and over again, sloppier and sloppier, as he was just trying to put words down on paper. He wrote this. That was all I could get out of him between the tears.
I think best out of character, we should talk a little bit about what our plan is for the actual heist, and then ask Ziri some questions based off of what we think, information we think we need.
yeah. So, okay, we need the map. We definitely need the map, and I think we're gonna get that.
All right.
I think we need a game plan of how we're going to look. We're gonna need a distraction, which means
I have an idea on that.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna basically have to perform and get everybody distracted, but I think the key point is we need to get the Agog's daughter out of there. That's like the only
Brio.
mission. We need to get
Yeah, your
Brio out.
wife.
Look, I thought we were out of character doing this. You said out of character. You looked me in my soul and said, "Let's do this out of character." Now you're calling me out.
Also, hold on real quick. In the chat, did DJF just drop us 750 bits?
Oh my god. Hey, I'm so sorry, bud. Thank you so much. That's freaking incredible.
That is absolutely incredible.
nice.
I apologize.
You are a beautiful person.
I suck. That was on me. I was in
We were in
Takashi
an
mode.
emotional moment. We're
Yeah.
sorry we were distracted, but
All right,
we thank
so-
you very, very much for contributing to the
I
chat.
want.
So
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Out of
so-
character, I want Zodak to go out like Takashi and Big Hero 6. So if we could find a way to make that happen, that'd be great. Okay, cool. Continue.
I don't know what that means, but
You've never seen Big Hero 6?
oh, that okay. That's a
thought you said
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No,
I don't think I've ever seen PK so personally offended.
no.
That is the best Disney movie in the world.
He has every right to be, because he's absolutely right. So, but reeling it back in. So, map from Ziri. We need some sort of map on at least the basics of Kavlik's castle, even if it's not the every nook and cranny. We need to figure out a distraction, and you're talking about a distraction for Kavlik to keep him away from the heist that we're doing, away from the area that we are trying to get into.
And I would like to say that every heist looks like it's going wrong, when in reality it's going right. Ocean's 11, baby. So we should definitely try to find a way to swing that in. So we basically need to make it look like the plan's going bad,
Right.
so that the plan can go good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
what we can account
That's-
for is he knows we were in his castle, or
Yes.
some of us were in his castle.
Look,
So-
Oceans 8 through 13. The whole point was now his guards are going to be even more aware.
No, so I have an idea on that kind of fits in with the distraction. What else do we need there?
We need a way out for
Way
everybody.
out? Yep. I can take care of myself and anyone who's with me pretty easily. I can get.
Get people out too, but I worry that we'll get separated. Like, if we didn't have the dimension door scroll for Zoc, there wasn't going to be a way for him to get out.
Right. So, I say that one of us actually has to go into the party, while the other one is going in with the.
That was done in case that wasn't like apparent.
While the other one is staying with the group that is sneaking in through the servants' entrance. That way we've got that way we've got that exit strategy on both sides.
I cannot take the front door entrance again.
You got it right there, Zoc.
I think I legally can.
Legally, you all can, but I mean,
But we all know.
Well,
Okay, so
I'm the least known face, I think.
well,
Just
my other
due
option
to
was.
age.
Does Agok have 1,000 gold worth of oils and ointments?
what kind of question is that?
Perfect. Let's kill Rusty
Steve,
and
who can
reincarnate
get
him.
anything?
I'd
Does
like
he have
to.
1,000 gold worth of essential oils?
I want to kill. I want to kill Rusty and have him
Your cancer.
reincarnated.
What? No.
Then he's got a different face. He's a
That's
completely
a
different person.
green.
Better idea.
Oh, I wanted to kill somebody
Can disguise them.
with
Better idea.
reincarnation.
I am worried that if we magically disguise someone, there are going to be magical defenses up to dispel those kinds of things. Those exact kinds of things, because if Kavlik is anything, he's prideful and
But this can't.
Careful.
But this can't be
paranoid.
dispelled, right? Because it's like a physically, it's new body.
That's fair, but that seems like an awful lot of work when we could just give me a mask and have me be Agog's new right-hand man.
Also, like with reincarnation, isn't there like a small chance that they don't get their memories back at all?
I'm checking.
No,
What'd
they,
you say,
Personally
Nikolai?
would.
they always come back as themselves, but like
Yeah, so the reincarnated creature will recall its former life and experiences. It retains the capabilities it had in its original form, except it changes from its original race to the new one, and it changes its racial traits accordingly. So he's
And
half orc
I
right now.
also implement a physical and or mental damage for breaking the laws of life and death. So if you guys ever die and bring a character back from death, you are going to lose something permanently.
But Nikolai, you were saying something?
well, like rogues have disguise kits, right? Isn't that something that? Like,
Yeah, I've got one.
That could be an option instead of like a mask or instead of like magic also, or it could be a supplemental thing, like you have that on underneath the mask maybe. It's also-
Zoc's light's gonna glow real quick, and he says, "Wait, the boss." And he's gonna get like really excited. And he's like, "The boss can teach us the whole thing. You know, he jumps into the hole."
No, we don't know what you're talking about.
I have.
What?
The
what are you
twins will
talking
poke their
about?
head in. They ain't ready for that, and then they just disappear.
What are you?
Zoc's gonna just poke his head around the corner. But
I'm
I
sorry.
am.
Let me retcon that. They're gonna say they ain't ready for that, and they're gonna jump into their holes and then disappear.
Ooh, nice.
Zoc is gonna dive at them as just late enough that he goes face first, and he
I wa-
scuff
I
on
want to
his-
know everybody's response to Zoc just diving at a hole in the floor.
Reverse gravity.
A 7. Why?
What is happening?
But no, so honestly, I think that Rusty, I know you were supposed to go with Agog, but I think at this point that might not be the best idea.
Oh yeah, no, that ship's super sailed. I was ready to die to be reincarnated.
So I think someone else going with Agog as his new right-hand man might be able to
Yeah.
convince Kavlik that that's the case.
Especially
got
if we
rid of-
say that I died and was murdered.
That we got rid of Rusty because he was a traitor.
Imbecile.
Do you want me to use the disguise kit? Because like I can change your face pretty well. My deception's pretty good. What would that be? Performance to use on somebody
Well,
else?
I mean, if we have time to prepare, wouldn't the disguise kit have time to be effective if we have time to like curate it?
Yeah.
Tucker also has a disguise kit. He's just
Oh.
not proficient with it.
Rusty
at
would
all.
be. Rusty is proficient with it, so if you want him to use it on you, he can.
Yeah, no, we could do that absolutely. I still think wearing a mask might be. I don't
Also,
know if
you're
that's
10 years
going-
older.
I'm
What's
gonna be
that?
nice to you guys. If you're walking in with masks, it's gonna raise some flags.
All
This is
right.
a birthday party, not a
Yeah,
costume party.
That's kind of what I was worried
Just
about.
to
too.
kind of.
I can
And yeah.
completely change your physical appearance.
Then
I can do hair dye, small props, literally just
Yeah,
morph
let-
your face if you want.
You
yeah,
also know that Grayson had a conversation with Catholic, right? Because that's how he knew things when he came back.
We don't know that for sure.
we have no idea. Yeah.
That was
I
just our
assumed
assumption.
He didn't know, and then he came back and knew. So I assumed it was because Catholic was like, "Yeah, by the way."
As a person, well, no, I think Zodak at least thinks something different. I can't say that for sure, but Zodak thinks he actually saw it. He's known for a long time, and he basically just mentally broke at watching Zodak kill his parents. Because he was watching from a crack in the window, or from a crack in the door.
And
Maybe-
Tucker is suspicious of that fact, but there's so many other things that could be happening that we don't know about. So
I'm just saying it because I think maybe Grayson should sit this one out after.
Grayson's
narrowly
not
escaping
coming with
death.
us.
Yeah,
Grayson-
We can't plan on Grayson.
I think Grayson's sitting out this adventure. I think he needs a bit of time to think things over right now.
If only
it's
Nyx were
a
here.
liability at this point.
What's that?
If only Nyx were here. The disguise king.
Yeah, if we could find him, but he's
A walking
one of
identity crisis.
1,000 trees in District 4 right now. So
Who canonically made that happen?
Made what happen?
Rusty.
That's right.
What did I make
Rusty.
canonically happen? Sorry.
You made
Nyx is
Nyx a tree in District 4.
You were like, oh
Oh,
yeah, that guy's
that's
hilarious.
my
He's been a tree for like
information.
3 weeks.
Yeah, that guy's been up in the tree. We've been watching him. He really thinks nobody notices. I mean, like, I don't think anybody else has noticed, but I don't even know how he pees in that thing. It's crazy.
Do we need
It doesn't drink.
Water.
what other information do we need from Ziri?
We have the names of the people that we
Yep.
can get to help. I think if you guys come in with, was it remove curse? Right? That's the one that works, not dispel magic. I want to make sure we have that prepared.
Yeah.
And then we can get them off of those 2 people. And then we'll be good from there, I think. I think that's all we really need.
What if we ask? What if we ask Agog for another scroll of Dimension Door as a last resort?
Don't think that'd be a terrible idea. Agog is not the happiest person right now. Mostly my fault, partially your fault, but mostly my fault. But she's bullshit because it's my wife. It's not like I didn't want to go in there. Maybe if we hadn't gone in half-cocked and, thought about how I was gonna, which by the way, he should have known we weren't saving her yet. Like, even I knew that. But anyway, that's fine.
All right.
It's blind by
God,
stupidity.
Yes.
writing out a scroll of remove curse would take 1 week.
Ooh.
What's gonna take 1 week?
Writing out a scroll of remove curse. Tucker can do it, but
Am I not here to you guys?
No, I can see.
No,
you.
we can hear you.
Oh, PK messaged me, so I was concerned. A week to write out a curse?
a remove curse because it's for level 1 it's 1 day, for second level it's 3 days, for third level it's 1 week, for fourth level it's 2 weeks, because it's more than just writing out the script, it's also transcribing the runes and using magical inks and paper to make sure that it all comes out perfectly, because
Yeah, I would have let it happen, and then you just talked yourself out of it.
See, what if I help him though, since it's a spell I also know?
Yeah,
We only have less than 24 hours to do that.
no,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why I wanted to ask,
Very good.
is there anything I could do to try and slam a Red Bull and write down a third level spell scroll in a night?
I would require you. You would take 2 points of exhaustion, and you would not get your long rest going into the heist.
Not worth it.
Or
No.
what if
because
sent you
that
to
is
hell to
that's
do it.
channeling a lot.
All right.
What about that? Can we do that? Can we send him to hell? Because
No.
time moves differently, so then it's like a week
Time-
is only a day. Just kidding. I'm
Bad
kidding. I was just.
idea.
Yeah, Tucker's eyes go jet black for a second as he flashes you a look. Actually, physically jet black. No. They go back to normal.
But it's that anime scene where he looks up and like it glosses over, and it's just the eyes and one cheekbone.
Oh, no. He looks directly at Rusty, and his eyes, his
Turn
entire
black.
eyeballs, are black right now. He just used a spell to show, I'm not going back there.
Zoc is going to stand up and move like 2 feet away from the table. And he's going to do a couple of very odd hand signs and then slap down on the floor to summon the twins.
Does it work?
I don't know.
Soccer vehicle
God,
worker?
God,
Sorry,
disappear.
I'm dealing with PK behind the scenes.
All right.
Sorry.
So
I'm sorry, Moose. What did you ask there?
So Zoc is going to stand up from the table and move away from the table just a bit. He's going to like slap his hands together a few times and just slap it on the ground and say, "I need you boys,"
Oh, gross.
to call the twins.
They kind of just walk around the corner like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like he's looking at the rune that he just wrote up energy on. And he looks up
and they're just in the doorway.
he says, "Oh, hello. I need something."
But your puppy does jump up.
Oh, God. Sorry, folks. 1 second. My bad. Hang on. Let's fix this. I don't know what happened. Hi. Sorry, we
as
got
long as we didn't lose
disconnected.
the
That's fine.
stream.
It did go black.
There we go. My bad. That was on
Did we
me.
lose the stream?
I mean, definitely on you.
Yeah, 1000% on me. I don't know what happened. It just disconnected. I was like, oh, Discord's going to close. That's cool. We love
Did
that.
we lose the stream, or are we
No,
back
no,
up?
no. We're good. We never lost the stream. We just the Discord for some reason. Sorry
love
about that,
Discord.
folks.
All right.
All right, guys. 8:45. Let's kind of rope this back together.
Yeah. So, talking to Ziri, we got the names of the 3 people that we can, the 2 other than Brio, and we can get those. Nikolai, you can get those bracelets off of them, right? If you go with the group going through the servants' entrance.
Yeah.
Rusty, you can change my face using that disguise kit. That way, we're not relying on magic to make me look different, and I can go with Agog through the front door as his new right-hand man, saying that we killed Rusty as a traitor. What else do we need from Ziri? We're not going after the vault. We're just going after Brio, right?
We need to know what security's like in there around potentially both the kids and around Brio and Kodaz.
Yeah, right. Security, specifically around Brio, because I think Kados is going to be like any of the other servants at this point. Obviously, they're a little bit more respected by the other servants, but I think servants are servants as far as Kavlik is concerned.
True,
Worth
but as far as
asking,
you're
though.
concerned, I kind of feel like we still have a responsibility to at least try and get him out.
Absolutely worth asking as well. Security around people of interest. And then I feel like we're missing something big. Who to look out for? What kind of people can we not trust? Is there anyone who's actually loyal to Kavlik on the servant staff? And I think that'll do it.
I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
You have those fake bracelets made, correct?
Correct.
Could we curse them? With
It would
silence.
take some time. What kind of curse?
If we curse them with silence, we could use them and slap them onto any of the non-essential servants that may be more Kavlik in favor.
We can silence some normies without a bracelet. Don't worry, homie. I got you.
I get what he's saying, because it would be nice to be able to have them enchanted to automatically silence anyone that's wearing them. But
I think it's asking a lot.
that would take at least a week, I believe.
Understandable.
We have more time. There's a lot of toys we
I
could-
Are the boys still here? The twins?
Yeah.
Speaking of, sorry to interrupt you, Zoc, but did I get my supplies that I asked them for, that shopping list that I sent them?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think the list you sent me was anything I was opposed to, so yes.
Okay, cool.
Little does he know.
Oh,
Gasoline and plastic.
then yeah, Go ahead, Zoc.
I need styrofoam and gasoline. I mean, Zoc will ask the twins, I need another scroll of dimension door, and if you can, one of invisibility. I am not very sneaky.
Okay. And they just kind of reach into their pouch, like just reach into their side pockets, and they bring out one teleportation scroll or one dimension door and one invisibility.
Let's go. Okay.
I'll take the scrolls and I'm just going to look up at them and cock my head sideways. Do you just carry these around?
Dad always taught us to be prepared, or the letters did. Unimportant. And they just kind of turn and walk away.
Your father raised good men.
You damn right.
Good men. Zoc will put those scrolls into a pouch that is like physically connected to him, not part of his bag. It's like a little flap on his leg or something. I don't know. Just something to make sure that it's not going to be like
reasonable.
If my bag falls off, I'm not going to lose my.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think we have everything we need. Do we talk to Ziri again, or are we good with her as well?
No, I think from her we need to get that map. We need to get a better understanding.
And
of
we'll
the
say why
security.
you guys were talking. She was sketching out a map
What a
for
good
you.
lady.
We need to figure out security around the people of interest, specifically Brio, but also Samantha and Kadaz, just in case. And then we need to figure out if there are any servants loyal to Kavlik that might give the servant group some trouble.
What about the children?
What about the children?
They are a part of the plan, are they not?
If we can get them out, of course they are.
All right, so to answer questions, servants that are loyal, no, it's not that they're loyal. It's that they are fearful. People to be on the lookout for, obviously the leaders of the district, and basically every other powerful politician in the area is going to be at this party. Obviously it's Kavlik's birthday, so everybody that has any care of maintaining their status in society, they are going to make sure to be at Kavlik's party.
All right.
I have one other thought. This is Kavlik's birthday. He is sure to make some sort of show. And if I recall, we have not heard from many of our rebellion members in some time. We have to keep in mind that he may use them to try to bait us out.
That being said, are we in agreement that we can't let that distract us right now?
Yeah, the dead is
I
dead.
agree.
What does the rebellion live with if its members die?
I mean,
Us.
they live on through us. It's fine. Well, not me. You guys. I'm just here. They'll be fine.
If we can get them out, then we do it. But if we
We all knew what this meant getting into this.
They all knew it. They all accepted it. I think getting these rings is more important.
Agreed. So let's. What you want to do? Like hands in, or like? You guys do knuckles? I don't elbows.
Tucker.
And while you guys are all doing that, Ziri gets up from the table and walks away.
Tucker animates the bar stool she was sitting on and walks away, and the bar stool puts one of its hands in.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Heist on 3?
The bar stool creaks.
Heist on...
Okay, can we awaken the bar stool? Can it be a pet?
Can we give the barstool sentience? Is that an option?
We don't need more pets.
Oh.
So is anybody doing anything else before bed?
Yeah, where's Odin?
Yeah.
Tucker is copying that spell over now.
Okay. And what did Rusty just ask?
Where's Odin?
You have not seen Odin in some time.
Okay. That's terrifying.
A little bit.
Hang on, I'm giving everybody a long rest. Just give me a second.
I'm gonna commune, but can I ask the questions just to you, God?
Yeah.
In the back channel?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
just 3 yes or no
sneaky.
questions.
Heard. All right. So come the next morning, you guys kind of all wake up and you know what your plan is for that day. You guys have a heist. You guys know your
wait.
checklist.
Sorry, security around the people of interest. I don't think we got an answer to that one.
Oh,
Also, is there another entrance that's not the one we snuck in?
I'm gonna let you pick a second different question because that is too loaded for yes
Yeah,
or
that's
no.
fine.
So I'll let you think on that. Security. Security is going to be heavy because it's Kavlik's birthday party. Extra security on anybody in particular. Yes, but they are unnamed.
Well, I'll put it this way. Does Samantha and Kadaz have specific security on them?
No.
Does Brio have specific security on her? Because those are the
Yes.
3 we're worried most about.
Brio, yes.
What kind?
It's going to be outside of the King's Guard is going to be Kavlik's most trusted men on Brio.
And
Is
what
there-
makes them
wait.
dangerous? Are they powerful fighters? Are they powerful casters? Are they a little bit of both?
Yes. Final last one.
A little bit of both. All right.
Yes.
King's Guard and Kavlik's Guard.
Also,
What separates Kavlik's Guard from King's Guard?
Basically social status. More or less think of like Kavlik's guards as like the twins for Agog.
Gotcha. Okay.
final question for me. Oh, go ahead. You need to go for it.
I was just gonna say I asked 2 very important questions. One is does Kavlik think we are coming? And the answer to that was yes. And the other one was, is the way that we entered last time booby trapped? And the answer to that one was no.
Is there another way in?
I mean,
That's not the front door, or is there another back entrance that he wouldn't expect us to come through? This is for Ziri. I just want to know.
right. I mean, there's like, obviously you could go through windows. Obviously you could like fly over the top or attempt to fly over the top and kind of like come into like the open courtyard. But like logically, like it would be the trap door or like the secret entrance, like the service entrance or the front door.
Okay.
No trash chute.
Yeah, no trash chutes.
Rusty is going to use tomorrow, the next day. I'm going to disguise you, and I'm also going to disguise himself. That way, if people do come, just that way he can like pass without people thinking he's Rusty. Because obviously,
So
I'm sure they're on the
next morning, who would be the one to go check on Balor?
Probably these two up here. Or
I have
three up
no
here.
clue who you're pointing at.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Jordan, Seamus, or Alex would probably be the 3 that would do it. 'Cause Zodak's
Sorry, you
fine.
guys are all one strip of
Oh, yeah, sorry.
video right now to me, so you're pointing at nothing.
Tucker would absolutely check on Valor the next morning.
So I get.
If I can.
Say that one more time, Alex.
I'm going to try to find Grayson if I can, but if not, then
Like, are you going to like physically search for Grayson, or are you using like the scry to find
I'm
Grayson?
going to physically search because I have a feeling I'm going to need the slots for today.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay.
Can I assist in any way?
Would Nikolai tell anybody that he's going to look for Grayson?
Yeah, I don't think that he like goes anywhere without being like, by the way, this is what I'm going for.
I'm going to do some gardening.
No. The 12.
So once the wall dissipates and goes back in, you manage to track his footsteps for a little bit, but then eventually they just disappear, and they don't really seem to pick up anywhere.
It's valid.
And then as for whoever goes to check on Balor in the morning, as you go to open Balor's room, you see just a single note laid out on the bed. And it simply reads, gone out for milk, be back soon. But it's signed actually both with Balor and Ziri's signatures.
Is the note in Ziri's handwriting or in Balor's?
In Balor's handwriting.
That's
Outside
so...
of like Ziri's signature.
That's so cute. Adorable. Okay.
That's good, right?
I hope so.
Hey. I'm glad you're still here.
Me?
Yeah.
This is all I am. I have no other choice but to be here. I've decided to help you. Now, that is all that I am.
You have to work on your self-esteem.
Weirdly romantic, though,
self?
right?
This is what you are.
You're so much more than that. Someday,
Zoc- Zock's light's going to flicker a little bit, and he's going to look a little confused, but he's going to say, "You are my friends, and I am here to help."
Guys, if Zoc dies, I petition we all just commit seppuku. And,
All right, guys. So, kind of to the chat, to the rest of the party, since this hasn't been 100% discussed. No D&D next week.
Mm-hmm.
No D&D the following week. Up to 4 Geeks, 5 Geeks technically, but there will still be streams. But there will the Kingdom Come will pick up in May. So my goal is to try to complete this heist in this literal hour or a couple minutes spill over if you guys are capable of going over a couple minutes. I don't want to hold anybody up. My goal is tonight to complete this heist in this hour.
I am free to go as late as we need to.
let's do it.
I'm dedicated to staying as late as we have to finish this.
Moose, I know you have to get up super early in the morning, so I don't want to hold you up too late, but
I'll get up no matter what. Don't worry about it.
Let's heist.
As we are all reconvening the next morning, Tucker is wrapping a bandage around a new cut on his arm.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's new bit of magic.
Can you explain?
Not really.
Zock's light again will flicker, and he'll say, "I will trust you on this."
I appreciate that, but Tucker holds up the book. It kind of needs life to work. So,
Understandable. This is something of magic that I am still understanding.
me too,
Still
big guy.
learning. Sorry, not understanding. Still learning.
Me too, big guy.
You require help?
No. I just had to change the bandages after last night.
T,
yes.
for Dino, do we have a sheet pulled up for him in case we do and get engaged in any combat?
Dino is more or less just going to be a dire wolf for stat block purposes.
But because he's a blink dog, was there anything else that we discussed about that? I wasn't sure.
Depends on the scenario. I personally don't like dogs dying, so I don't know if I'm gonna kill him. He'll probably bleep out for probably 1d4 days if he knocks out.
Yeah, that's what I figured, because we had talked about that, because he'll have that instinct that I can't finish this, and he'll.
Yeah. So if Dino KOs, he will be out for 1d4 days.
Fair. We love keeping pets alive.
All right. We all know what we're doing. Any last minute questions before we go?
Yeah, okay, so
Because
what's
we
the
decided
plan?
the party will be split. Yeah.
Is this a genuine question, or are we doing like a recap to kind of clarify?
This is a genuine
Let's
question.
recap.
So I know the
Oh.
that Tucker's going in with Agog as the new me. What are the rest of us doing?
Yeah.
I believe
I
sneaking
also-
through
Sorry.
the service entrance.
And we have that map still, so we're good there.
Yep.
And
I also have
then
locate creatures stocked in case we need to find either one of the other party members or the map turns to be less reliable than.
and
we
then Rusty's got what he needs from Agog, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Where's that lead, by the way?
The map. It's got basically it's going to lead you through the labyrinth that's beneath Kavlik's castle to kind of deter anybody that doesn't know the path to like die down there, more or less.
Gotcha.
So if we're all ready to go, Agog.
Sorry, that wasn't like super pertinent. You didn't have to. I just wanted to make sure.
That's
that
okay.
I keep this-
So Agog obviously is aware of this newfound plan, and he takes Tucker after Rusty does his whole beautification process.
I don't need to roll for that or anything.
Yeah, just give me a. What is Disguise Kit technically under?
Would it be
We'll just say
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll go with performance. That's the most fitting.
For Tucker's, it's 23. For
Nice.
Rusty's, it's 29. Can I flip those? Can I do the 23 and him do the 29? Not that it really matters. They both sound good. I just want to make
They-
sure that
they did
Tucker
well.
looks amazing.
Well, on top of that, Agog is actually going to come and dress Tucker to the nines. I don't know 100% of what Tucker's upbringing was. This is probably the nicest clothing Tucker has ever worn in his life. We're talking about like gold threaded clothing, jewels of like the finest standard.
Couldn't adjust it to the 10th though, huh?
This vest has 12 buttons on it.
I'm proud of that.
Make sure you take the front inside button and button it inward, not outward, so it stays straight, and then double breasted like you normally do.
Like he normally does. Yes, he clearly knows
Right.
what he's doing.
Agog realizes his mistake and begins to dress Tucker.
Zoc will,
But we should get going. It's quite the hike up a mountain, and elephants don't walk very fast.
Zoc will also mention to Agog while he's dressing Tucker, I think he may need to have a pair of shoes.
Oh yeah, with the outfit, he dressed head to toe everything he would need for this party.
I was just wondering because I know that halflings are more prone to being barefoot.
Can we get away without the shoes?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's going to be like a deal breaker by any means.
Cool, we can put cufflinks on my ankles.
Sounds painful.
Like pierced
pierced your
ankles. Yeah.
So as Tucker and Agog go to leave the 4th district, you guys actually leave the Thieves Guild to a massive festival going on. And directly outside of the front of Agog's house, where you guys would be coming out of, a massive war elephant dressed just as nicely as Tucker is kind of down on his knees waiting for Agog and Tucker to climb on and join them. And then, like I said, more or less you can tell every district is going to be having this. Every district from 4 on would be having this festival. Obviously, because you guys took control of the lower half of the mountain. But yeah, District 4 is in hysterics in a good way. I know hysterics probably isn't the correct term for this scenario, but just a massive festival is going on. There's pinatas of Kavalik. Kids are kind of running around screaming and cheering. And Agog and Tucker are going to make their way up the mountain to Kavalik's palace.
Wouldn't it be
Go ahead.
pinatas or hot?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense. How are the rest of you making your way up the mountain?
Quietly.
Stealthily.
As quiet and nonchalant as possible.
Okay.
Think like
It's no really big thing. So we'll kind of jump cut to this part of the story, and we'll start with Agog and Tucker. So Agog and Tucker, as you guys make your way to, go ahead.
Sorry, I know this is retconning a retcon, but can when Rusty goes to fix, like, I don't know how role-playing wise swapping the roles works, but whatever Rusty's going to do to make mine the 29 and his the 23, Tucker will go, I think you'll need it more.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so I assumed I had like my amazing latex and I had my pretty good latex, but like the putty. But I wanted to make sure yours looked seamless.
Make yours seamless. I think it'll be more important on your end.
Yeah, because in Kavlik's mind, Tucker's still dead.
Yeah, I forgot about. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't. It's fine.
As Agog and Tucker make their way to the entrance gate, as the doors swing open, all of the guards obviously bow to this war elephant as they are making their way up the mountain. But this is not the only elephant making their way up the mountain. Tucker, you see just a few yards in front of you, you see a just to kind of give you guys a mental, if you would picture like Ares riding on a war elephant, like kind of how that would be decked out, you see Thawne in front of you guys. In front of Thawne, you see a very elegantly dressed elephant with a creature that you cannot quite make out riding on top of it.
So just to be clarifying, there are multiple elephants in this room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Agog and Tucker, as you guys kind of make your way to the front door, the elephants obviously drop down. A red carpet is rolled out for you guys to step out onto to enter. And Kavlik is waiting for you at the front door. And Tucker, go ahead.
On the way up, Tucker removed the disguise.
Okay. So Agog probably is going to be a little confused by this, but isn't really going to pay it much mind because not really much time to figure this out. And Kavlik is waiting at the front door for his guests to arrive. But Tucker, from all the times you've seen Kavlik, from the times that you battled Kavlik in hell, Kavlik's energy is different. Kavlik is not dressed in his normal battle wear. He is shirtless. He is wearing just your basic, I used this term last week, I still don't know what the term is, whatever the bottom half of a toga would be. Okay. But for lack of it, you see Kavlik happy and excited. Kavlik hugs that unseen, or the creature you couldn't quite make out. When he sees Thawne, they do like this super like macho jock like handshake. And then when Agog,
you son of a bitch.
And then as Agog and Tucker approach, Kavlik obviously greets Agog, and then when he goes to turn, the smile turns more to confusion. You're quite the ballsy one.
I would just like to start this off by saying, it is a pleasure to meet you in person finally.
He beats his chest and bows towards you. I welcome you to my home. There will be close eyes on you.
I would expect nothing less.
And he does reach out a massive hand to shake your hand.
Tucker responds likely.
And obviously in full tyrannical way, he crushes your hand and pulls you close to him. Make a wrong move and I will kill you in front of my guests.
You gotta show that power somehow.
He smirks wildly before he pats you on the back, kind of like shoving you into his home.
I'm sorry. So he says it, he's a hero, and Rusty says it, and he gets kicked out. It's fucked up.
Agog is kind of going to leave over to Tucker. Were you going to give me a heads up or what?
No. And Tucker walks forward away from Agog.
Why did I hire these? Why? What the fuck? And Kavlik is going to spend the next several dozens of minutes, I guess, just kind of greeting the guests as they come in. And we'll use this time to jump over. Zodak, Zoc, Tucker, or Rusty.
Oh, Zodak's not with them.
Nope, Zodak's with him.
Okay, he's broken as shit, but yeah, okay.
That's fine. To actually clarify, Zodek, you feel a super strange feeling, almost kind of like out of body. You are moving like out of your control.
Okay.
So the four, what would that be? So Zach, Zodek, Nikolai, and Rusty. So it'd be four of you. You guys seamlessly make your way through the tunnels and make your way into a drastically busier kitchen as everybody is at 100% trying to actively make sure Kavlik's party goes off without a hitch. So what do the four of you do kind of as you arise into this chaotic kitchen?
Rusty is going to look around for Brio.
Go ahead and roll roll a perception. This wouldn't be passive.
It's gonna be... Shit. It was that close to a 19. It hit a 9. 10.
Could I assist and give him my perception bonus?
Yes.
So you can add 10 to that.
Okay, 20.
So dirty 20. So in the kitchen, you guys do not see Brio, but with that 20 perception, you hear that she is in the main hall, greeting the guests with Kavlik.
Interesting. Okay, so she is in the worst position possible. Fantastic.
Could I ask that person that we overheard if there's a way to get Brio to come down here?
Highly unlikely. She was instructed to stay by Kavlik's side the entire time.
Well, try again next week. Sorry, guys.
Zodak's actually gonna feel a grab in his arm as he's yanked into a supply closet. What the hell are you doing back?
Look, I don't want to be here. Oh, shit, wrong character. 1 second. Look, I don't want to be here either, mate. So just piss off.
And he once again gives you a massive hug.
He's gonna
and kind
shove
of
him away.
grabs you by the face.
He's gonna push him away, and he's like, "Look, you don't know me. I don't know you. Whoever you are, just back off." And he's gonna leave the room.
Zoc, would Zoc have followed or seen that happen?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It wouldn't be a secret.
So Zoc is gonna turn the corner after Zodak sort of walks off, grab Kazad. How do you say it?
What did we name him?
Hang on, I got it.
Zodak backwards.
Kadaz.
Yeah.
Was that what it was? Kadaz.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Kadaz.
You can call him
Zoc
Cad
is
for
gonna-
short.
Cad, that'll work.
Sure.
Cadmius is a name that just came up in my head, and I'm gonna write that down because that's a cool ass name.
It is a cool ass name.
Zoc is going to lightly grab him, and put like the shh on him, like just the don't make any noise, and I'm going to motion Nikolai over.
Does Nikolai go over?
What's it? What?
One of us.
Yeah. What's wrong with my brother?
We don't know. There's a lot of explaining to do, but we do not have time to do this right now.
Listen, young man, that man is your brother. You do not ask questions like this. It's rude. You respect your family, no matter what
I
they're
forgot how
doing.
old you were.
They say,
I'm done talking to this old man. Robot dude. What do you
sound
need?
just like my wife.
This old man here is going to help.
Wait, did we dispel his bracelet last time?
No.
No.
No, he pushed me down the. He pushed Zodak down the well.
Yes, he did push Zodak down the well.
Yes. So we are going to return the favor in kind, as it were.
Nikolai, could you do the thing?
And I point at the bracelet on him.
Man, you want out of here?
Do you want me out of here? Do you guys want me to help you? What are you doing?
Yes. This is heist. We need your help.
What are we stealing? I'm really good at that.
Rusty's gonna come. Can Rusty come over?
Very legal way.
Zoc will lean in very closely and say,
We're stealing you and some others.
You don't have to steal me. I'll go volunteer. Just take this thing off.
That's what we're.
I'll cast you first.
Okay. And just like every other time, the red runes dissipate and fall to the ground. The metal link unclinks and it collapses.
I'll grab one of the fake ones that we
And
had.
he clichely kind of like rubs his, just like, oh, I'm just playing. It doesn't really hurt, but like you always see people do that. It seems fitting.
And Zoc will go, ha, ha, irony. And then he grabs one of the fake ones so it looks like he's still under control. And I'll just slap it on him real quick. No,
Okay.
no curse, but I do have to do this. And I will say, go back to where are we? Where's the rendezvous? Did we even set up a rendezvous?
Yeah, it's at the end of the search tower, or end of the what's the place called? Jesus, the tunnel, the service tunnel.
I would say the same rendezvous point as yesterday was.
Because that's where any of us can end up with a dimension door that's within the 500 feet.
I'll say, keep this hallway as clear as possible.
Okay.
I feel like, look, Zodak is still Zodak at the end of the day. He's way more skilled than being left here. If he's the real him.
What? Hold on. What do you mean the real him?
Look, just if he really is who he says he is, you shouldn't leave him here. He's gonna be much more useful to us out there.
You guys are not being very descriptive on anything right now.
Sorry, I'm confused. Where was that coming from? Rusty, or was that coming from Zodak?
Zodak.
Zodak's probably under.
Oh, Zodak's talking in the third right now?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying Kadaz is going to be more useful to you out. He's leaving him here to guard the tunnel is not a good use of his skills.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're sure, Zoc will say, we need help finding Baraz?
Brio.
We need help getting
She's
Brio
with
away.
Kavlik. What do you need me to do?
We need her away from Kavlik.
On it, and then he kind of like hunkers down and then just sprints away.
He casually, wait, nonchalantly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like a normal person. Why is everybody run and fly and bounce and
Nobody walks anymore.
nobody walks anymore?
Zoc will look over at Nikolai and say, kids, right?
Who do I know?
You're like, oh, I guess canonically now you're like 18, but still. Yeah, we're.
Zoc's like 75.
Oh, okay. I thought somewhere in the canon it was like Zoc's only actually 3 years old.
Oh, I know. I think we joked about that once, but
Gotcha.
he's
No. But
Anyway.
but Zoc being much older than anybody else in the group is just gonna be like, kids, right?
Yeah, man, you're telling me.
okay.
So where are the four of you going to venture next?
We should find
Well-
Samantha.
Hey, that's 20% of our mission done. I mean,
Well,
That's-
no, we should rendezvous back here. So
Small problem. I cannot get more than Brio and Kadaz out of here if we want all of us to leave.
leave it for Samantha. I have something for Brio, and then Rusty's gonna show the dimension door scroll.
Right, that's going to get her 1,000 feet away, which may or may not be out of the castle at that point.
Think last time we did this, even from the tunnel or from the, well, it got us to the
torture.
door,
From the torture chamber, it just got me out of the castle. It did not get me all the way to the rendezvous
but it
point. I
might be
had
able to
circle
get
back
us.
around.
It might be able to get us into. The
Yeah, so
kitchen
basically,
again.
like if you're in the castle, like the main part of the castle, Dimension Door is going to get you halfway down the mountain.
Okay.
Okay,
So, or we could put it into the
large
tunnel
castle
since I've been
wall.
there now, right?
Huh?
Now that I've been through the service tunnel, because the last time
Oh,
Rusty hadn't
yeah.
gone through the service tunnel, so he wouldn't have had any way to get to that. But now he
Yes.
has. So if any of us are with us, we should be able to dimension door into the service tunnel.
Correct.
Yes. So, okay. That closet that he pulled you into, we can just be the outward door. So it looks like whoever is coming through Dimension Door is just coming out of that service
Basically.
hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to clear that up.
I just don't want to let people down in here.
No, I think we'll be good. I think we can make this. So, let's find Samantha. We have Kadaz, we have Brio's location. Samantha's next, right?
Should we ask around or should we just magic it?
I'm gonna grab some. Let me grab the closest server, and
When
as
you say you, is that
Rusty.
Rusty or Zodak?
Rusty's going to ask. hey, we're looking for a Samantha. Kavlik specifically is looking for her.
She's manning drinks on the main floor.
God damn it! Is everybody on the main? Okay, fuck it. Okay, cool. So Rusty's gonna be kind of upset and just walk away because everybody's on the main floor. So we're gonna hope for the best.
So we're gonna flip back now. So now that everybody's kind of like come to the party that you need, Tucker, as you kind of look around, the energy of this room is obviously, it's either they're either Kavlik's friends or here because they need to stay on Kavlik's good side, and obviously a birthday party and celebration of him is how they show their loyalty, for lack of a better term. And Kavlik kind of gathers everyone around, starts tapping his nail on one of the glasses. I would like to thank you all for coming to celebrate my... It doesn't matter.
As he does that, Tucker is going to, I don't want to push anyone out of the way, but Tucker is going to try and get to the front of the crowd.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think... It's not going to be enough people here that you're going to have like an issue doing that. So yeah, Tucker makes his way to the front without much problem.
Perfect.
You all have been with me in some capacity into my rise of power, between the downfall of the six land masses to accommodating this land at... Jesus fuck, I hate his voice.
Kavlik's dying, guys. He's
Anybody
got COVID.
else think that sounded
COVID.
like weirdly
Kavlik's got
sexual?
COVID. Confirmed.
He's Itachi. He's far too powerful, and you have to
He's
give
got
him
Ligma. Get him.
fake...
I hear Ligma.
We have acquired this land for our own, and we now rule the realm. And if it wasn't for all of you here to support me and help me fight these battles, I would not be here. So cheers to me for being a great leader, but cheers for you for all being followers.
Tucker raises his glass with everyone else.
So the four of you, what are you doing?
Which four?
We gotta.
Oh, when Rusty was saying he was leaving, he's actually heading towards the main, and he's gonna try to sneak around and see if he can get eyes.
Okay. So Rusty, as I'm assuming the four of you are kind of like going together to this main area. The four of you are watching Cad snake his way in between people and jump between pillars with such speed it's just like a black blur bouncing between these locations.
Show off. That was Rusty.
He's trying to make his brother proud of him. Okay.
So the four of you kind of walk up into the party as everybody is cheering to Kavlik. So for the first time, you guys would actually see what Kavlik's main foyer looks like. So Nikolai, I don't think Zach probably would have seen this or paid much attention to this on his way out. Rusty obviously saw it. Zodak definitely has not seen it. But in the middle of this main foyer is the massive statue of Kavlik, and painted all along the walls, like I've said previously, are all of Kavlik's conquests, painting him as the hero.
Gaudy and disgusting. Okay.
Zach's gonna hear Kavlik's voice as he's making the cheer, and he's gonna hesitate stepping through the threshold into the main area.
What were you saying, Alex?
This place used to look respectable.
Real quick, while all this is happening, after everyone has just cheered Kavlik, is the crowd kind of dispersing?
Yeah, so they're kind of everybody kind of like separates to like every part of the open areas of the party to kind of like intermingle.
Then Tucker will go to, is there like these what are they called? Murals. Is it murals across the wall, like in some sort of chronological sequence then?
Yeah, so basically if you would start like walking through the door, if you'd go to your left, that would be the beginning of Kavlik's conquest.
I will go there.
To now.
I will go to the beginning of Kavlik's conquest.
Sounds good.
Tucker is just like holding his drink and intently, like brushstroke by brushstroke, going over the entirety of the mural.
And I think Kavlik's actually going to walk up to you in this moment. I was quite young then, wasn't I?
You seem like it. Tell me, Dragonborns age differently than humans or halflings, don't they?
More or less.
So how old were you here?
Now you're making me think. Probably 14.
Impressive. That much power at such a young age.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
That we can agree on. Speaking
Now
of,
tell me, you have quite the balls. What are you doing here?
is it not obvious? Here to pay respects to a powerful, impressive enemy at that.
Are you lying to him or are you being honest here?
Completely honest.
Okay.
He said enemy.
He once again smirks at you, complimenting him for his greatness.
You've shown that you don't care about us as enemies. So I figured this would be the best way to try and learn something about you.
Why learn from a distance and not learn from within? Your group has caused me quite the problem. Looking for some new leaders. Are you interested? I can grant you more power than you've ever experienced.
Power's all well and fine. I can't say that I'm necessarily jumping at the opportunity, but I'm not disinterested.
Name your price, I can pay. And I need everybody in the room to roll perception.
Zoc is still hesitant. He's like in between the kitchen and the foyer, kind of.
18.
Rusty got a 19. Zodak got a 14.
23.
Rusty, Nikolai, and Zoc. Up in the corner, you guys see a ruffle of feathers that looks familiar.
Can I identify the ruffles of feathers?
With the roll, no. You see enough that you recognize it, but you can't quite pinpoint.
That's annoying.
Do we know what the Samantha looks like?
No. Zodak would know the most about Samantha.
Yeah, because didn't he like show her an image when they were like in one?
Yeah, basically when I don't remember what this ghost's name was. Basically when he kind of took over Zodak's body, he kind of like Zodak shared his life, so would be able to point out Samantha in a lineup.
You mean James?
Then I want to
The ghost
James, is that what we named him?
Yeah.
ask Zodak if he spots this person. Do you see her?
Can I do like a history check to see if that's the person?
Really, since you would be knowledgeable, you would just need to roll give me your passive perception or roll perception.
Okay.
James Iago back from the dead again.
15.
Thank you, DJ. So with that 15, you see her actually walking up the steps with a tray of drinks.
Perfect. So Zodak is going to say, "It's Samantha," and then Rusty is going to look around real quick and try to grab a tray of food from somebody, and he's going to try to persuade them that they're needed in the kitchen.
Roll stealth.
Okay.
Or perception. You can either like stealthily take the tray or like roll persuasion to tell them they're.
Well, he stealthed at 24 and persuaded at 31, so he's gonna just kind of like tuck it away, like real quick, like roll, take it, and he's like, "Oh, you're needed in the kitchen," and he's just gonna keep walking with the tray.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So he's gonna head straight to Samantha. And
So smooth.
Thank you. Rusty's got moves when he needs to, so he's gonna head up straight to Samantha and be like,
done the "you didn't see anything" thing yet.
It's been a while. Yeah, you know what? Just for you. So he's gonna go to Samantha and he's gonna be like, "We need you in the kitchen immediately."
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
That is gonna be a 30.
Okay, I guess.
Perfect.
And she'll
By the
kinda
way,
turn on her heels and make her way
he's
down
gonna
the
put his
stairs.
hand on her shoulder real quick. And he's like, "By the way, you didn't see me," and he rolled a 16 for that with intimidation.
Oh.
It wasn't as
Wait,
good. I'm sorry.
No, hold on. Because you have your rogue ability where you can't roll below a 10 on skills you're proficient with.
That's right. So that's 26.
Okay. So yeah, as Samantha's walking down the steps, she kind of stops to look around. Who? What the fuck?
I love that.
I forgot all about that. That means at best, my worst my stealth is 18.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for that.
And she will start making her way towards the kitchen.
Perfect.
See, the rules lawyer can help the players sometimes too.
Thank you, rules lawyer.
That's all the
Jesus.
rules lawyer does.
Thank you. No, he definitely just fought me on bringing my wife back to life. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used
so
it.
I do want to have a quick scene here with Zodak. Zodak, mentally, you feel a tug, kind of in the back of like your cerebellum, as you see Samantha walking down the stairs. But then another part of you is starting to compete as Axel kind of retracts herself from your limbs. As you are now having like a three-way conversation, as you hear James's voice for the first time in who knows how long, you hear just a very faint voice. That's her. That's my wife. And Axel immediately goes, I'm sorry, you were married before me?
Well, this is interesting. Not me.
Zodak.
Not me. Not me. It's James. He's been here. I have a promise from Jesus Christ, years ago at this point. 2 years? James, how long's it been? About 2 years?
I mean, I've been dead a while, but yeah, I think I've been here 2 years, kind of chilling.
Yeah, this is like the last bit of his essence. The most of it left, but we were able to hang on to just a bit for this one moment. So, you, me, we're gonna take a back seat. All right, James.
And so as you guys kind of take your way to that back seat, Zodak and Axel are gonna go back to their safe space, and James is going to take over Zodak's body, and not stealthily, doesn't give really two shit.
Wait, real quick,
Prince.
Zodak is gonna be like, "Don't abuse it."
And James sprints towards Samantha.
Can we do anything about this?
I mean, you can try. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I just feel like it's gonna put us at risk if he just goes sprinting through a hallway. So can I just try and like slow him down or something? Like,
What are you going to do to slow him down?
just grab his arm?
Yeah, roll dexterity.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything? Sorry, don't ignore that roll. That's not real. Do you need me to roll anything for Zodak?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a competing dex.
Saving throw or just a straight dex?
Straight dex.
Damn it! He rolled a 20. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I have a terrible. Oh, I didn't see the dice roll on the thing.
He rolled a dirty
Oh, there
20.
it is. Why is my feed so slow? Is my
Oh, sometimes it takes a while, but yeah, he rolled a dirty 20.
yeah? I cannot roll dexterity to save my life.
What did Nikolai roll?
Lower than that.
Okay. So as Nikolai goes to like kind of grab his arm, Zodak kind of like spins on his heels away from him. He's like, and from a completely different voice than Nikolai has ever heard from Zodak's mouth, gotta go talk to my wife, and kind of spins back on his heels and continues running.
Does Rusty see this?
Yes.
Rusty's going to. Go ahead.
Given the intimidation and the persuasion that Rusty gave her, would you say that at this point she's probably more than halfway to the kitchen? So it's not like in the middle of everything, at least.
She's like walking down the hallway currently. You guys also have to remember at the same time, Kavalik is talking with Tucker currently.
So it's not like we have to worry about that too much. It's just something that I think we should probably try to still conceal a little bit.
And I do kind of want to go back to Tucker a little bit. Tucker, so as you're looking over this mural, you would recognize that this was Kavalik's first conquest of Konia. And you know this as historically, like arguably like Kavalik's most difficult battle, because as you're looking at these murals, Kavalik's energy in this painting is much more pure. It's less dark. It's not angelic by any means,
Right.
But you can tell like the darkness has not quite grasped him yet. And you could kind of make an educated guess that a lot of these scars that you're kind of like seeing on Kavalik physically right now would have come from this battle.
Gotcha. So, as I'm sure you've heard, I got some nice quality time with an acquaintance of both of ours.
She's a mean one, isn't she?
Hell of a
Peach
woman.
among apples.
Hell of a woman. But with that,
Not how I would describe her, but go off, I guess.
Literally hell of a woman.
but it was interesting that I honestly hadn't given you a second thought up until that time in hell. To me, you were just another obstacle.
And Kevlik absolutely takes offense to this.
But after spending what was to me nearly a decade butting heads with you again and again and again, that's when you started to fascinate me. Seeing what you were going through, what you would be willing to do. It's brutal. And in some ways, it's magnificent, even.
This world was very broken before I took control. A lot of people say that there's no method to this madness, that this is just barbaric chaos. I would argue that this world was at war for millennia. I came in and I brought peace.
Is that why you allow the weak to rule below you still?
Yes.
Because look around. All these people here. They're weak, aren't they?
They are, but you needn't worry. My successor has been born. I will be right back. And you see a different type of glee kind of wash across his face as he pats you on the shoulder, less aggressively than the last interaction with you. And as he kind of like begins to run up the steps.
Could I actually try? I want to try and keep him there, or at least talk to, maybe even have him bring me along, but just successor. I was interested, but now I'm intrigued.
Please come with me.
As you wish. And Tucker will
okay,
follow after.
and the two of you are going to make your way up the stairs. So we're going to flip screen again here for a moment.
Hey, can I do a quick pause for just a second?
Sure.
It is the middle of our stream, and I know that we're going to go long tonight, so I just wanted to make sure that we had a moment to make sure that we are keeping our channel focused on other things besides D&D. Once again, I mentioned this earlier in my stream earlier for anybody who is there, but if you are just joining us, we have a merch store on our website, forgeeksbygeeks.live, and currently we have a shirt that our very own PK has made with the lovely phrase "sarange," which is Korean for "I love you" in a very informal way. If you didn't know already, it is all to support anti-AAPI hate. Anything that you can do as far as helping with this cause, we appreciate. But anything that if you go and get that shirt from our store, all of the proceeds for that go towards AAPI, towards stopping AAPI hate. It's a great foundation, and we really hope that everybody can be a part of it. Even if you can't contribute yourself, you can spread the word and just get people talking about it. It's a really, really important topic to us, and I wanted to make sure that we had a little bit of time while we're here. We also have a lot of really cool stuff. We got a new logo on a lot of our stuff. These jackets are actually champion jackets. These are embroidered on. This is a really, really nice quality jacket. If you wanted one, I like it a lot, but ultimately the Sarange shirt is what we're focusing on right now, because that is the most important thing to us right now. So if you get a chance after the stream, later on in your week, go check it out. Just give us just a little bit of your time on our website so that we can help a cause that is important to all of us.
Also, if you can't, that's totally fine. You should also still go over to Instagram and Twitter and follow their page, because they give a lot of really good information just to help you get informed. So, still, great thing to do. All right.
Just wanted to make sure we got into that while we still had a good amount of people watching.
Heck yeah, let's flip it back. All right, Sarah. Also, I was probably halfway up the steps, stopping Samantha. Right?
Zodak?
No.
What?
Rusty was have up the steps. Stop to get Samantha to go to the tunnel, right?
Yes. Yes.
Now, would I have a better
They
look?
would have already been down the tunnel by the time. So basically, Rusty would not be on the steps as Cavalick and Tucker making their way up.
No,
the
that's not what I was
steps.
going to go. Back on those
Okay.
steps, though. Do I have a better view with the feathered lady?
Of the feathered individual.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll perception for me again.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, that's the right one. No, that's 5. That's fine. That's definitely don't know.
Yeah, so nothing. So we're gonna switch back. Zodak
pee real
is
quick.
sprinting down the hallway to catch up to Samantha, and he immediately grabs her arm. Do I need to play out the scene? Is anybody with them, or are we recapping their encounter together?
You can recap it, or I imagine since you're the one rolling this, I guess role
Yeah,
playing.
so I was gonna actually play it out if anybody else was gonna like try to interact with it.
I mean, Zock's gonna try to Zock's doesn't sweat, but he's anxious that there's a lot of moving parts that are moving faster than he was anticipating.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm not gonna get in the middle of it.
That was put. So, Zoc, you actually recognize a rather heated exchange going back and forth before you see Samantha kind of collapse to her knees and tears begin walloping down her face. You're going to watch Zodak also collapse to his knees, kind of grab her incredibly tight before he begins to fumble around in his pockets and kind of stands up for a moment. Oh no, did Zoc die? Nope, Zoc is alive and currently watching. Samantha, okay, so if you're not 100% for, Samantha is the wife of James Iago, the ghost that took over Zodak's body in what, District
For that
7?
brief time as we were going after Oth.
Yes.
No, it was as we were going to the graveyard right after Stitch.
Yes, that is it. James had one final request for Zodak since he was getting dragged to hell. He just wanted one final chance to say goodbye to Samantha and make sure she knows that he didn't abandon her. You do not have to recap for me. I'll rewatch. All right, fair enough. I mean, you wouldn't know it. Just message me. Zoc, you actually watch Zodak kind of pat himself for random things before realizing that he's got a scroll in his pocket. He quickly opens it up, and what you have seen many times before, dimension door opens and he just shoves her in. So the door closes behind, and that's all you see. And then you quickly see just kind of eyes roll back for a moment.
We didn't get her bracelet off.
Oh, okay. Let's retcon back a little bit then.
If this crying can happen in the kitchen, totally cool with that.
Yes, we'll do that.
So that way, it's not people stopping in the middle of a party causing a scene.
Yes, we will do that
I
then.
think Bozer's in the chat.
No,
That
those are
he is.
absolutely in the chat.
We caught him.
Valor, where are you?
Um,
Don't answer that.
Don't answer that. We don't want to know.
who has the capabilities of releasing?
That'd be
Is it just Nikolai?
No,
Nikolai and
Tucker, yeah.
but Tucker is currently.
Nikolai and Tucker.
We can
Okay,
assume that Nikolai
um,
probably would have wanted to do that if he were still with us. He might still be with us. I don't know if he is. Oh, there he is. Hey, whoa, jeez. That was wild. What's up?
What happened?
He wasn't here for me, so I don't know why. So all of a sudden, you
You've
just,
been here the whole time.
you just
Yeah.
you weren't here, and then you were here, and that was
You're right.
terrifying. I
That
don't
might
know.
be why.
Huh?
Nikolai, knowing that would be Samantha and one of the people you were, would you have followed them?
No, because I don't see the point in sprinting into a hall. If they want to come back to us near the servants' quarter entrance, I'm not gonna leave unless there's a
No,
reason to.
essentially that's what it was. Samantha was walking towards the kitchen, which would have been where the well is,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's where Zodak would have chased her down.
I thought you were asking if I followed Zodak out into the foyer because I was like, no.
No. Were you following Zodak and Samantha back towards the kitchen and the well?
Yeah, we have no other reason to be up there. So
Okay.
absolutely. Other than waiting
So
for
then,
her.
yeah. So, do you want to release Samantha from
Yeah.
her?
Yeah, no problem.
while that's happening, Zoc is still unable to cross the threshold into the foyer. I don't know. So me as Moose doesn't know if Zoc is just terrified of walking into the next room, or if he's just worried that his appearance will throw people off because he did not get disguised. So
Valid.
he's in the servants' quarters, and there's so much hustle and bustle. I imagine nobody's taking a lot of notice of an extra body hanging around, especially when he's cloaked.
Right.
But like in the party setting, it definitely wouldn't fit in.
Gotcha.
Now-
Gotcha.
Also,
So I'm more watching the door.
and then can Rusty look around to see if he sees his wife while he's in the foyer?
Rusty would see that Brio is in the foyer right now, kind of looking around estranged, but not leaving that first mural that Tucker and Kavlik were just at.
Isn't Kadaz trying to get her?
You do not see Kadaj currently.
Rusty's gonna head towards his wife.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to that here in just one moment. I want to finish up this Zodak and Samantha. So Nikolai, you release the bracelet, and Zodak internally, you kind of in your safe space, you see James' figure walk out into like your front yard, more or less, as you and Axel kind of sit in there waiting. And you see James just kind of approach.
Here. Oh.
Thank you. I'm officially out this time. I said what I needed to say. This body is yours. You have my eternal gratitude.
Yeah, hey man, we'll see you soon. Sooner than I thought, honestly.
Unless you end up in hell. But I don't think that's going to be the case. And his essence begins to fade out of your reality.
Could it be like Itachi fading away at the end of Shippuden? Just for this tear that I just shed for James Iago.
For your headcanon, I give it to you.
And Axel is actually going to slap Zodak in the back of the head and say, your turn, as Zodak is kind of ripped from the safe space back to his body. And you are now standing before Samantha, who kind of kisses you on the cheek. Thank you for giving me my goodbye. And she begins to descend down the well.
I mean, I was barely here for it, but yeah, then thanks anyway, I guess. Right.
And now to switch to Rusty.
So
Rusty,
long, and thanks for all the lips.
you walk up to Brio, who is dumbstruck as she sees him walking towards her.
Well, I don't
In
look like me.
disguise.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's right. I forgot Rusty was in disguise. Brio kind of turns with her tray of drinks. Champagne.
And then Rusty is just going to look at her and say, "Come here often?"
I mean, I live here.
And then he's going to rip the disguise off his face.
I feel like she needs to roll something for this, and I don't know what it is.
It's called shock and awe.
Mission
we're gonna go
Impossible 2 style. He full on.
Wait, can I wipe my hand over? Can I do a performance? Like wipe my hand over just like half of my face so she can see that it's me and then brush it back? Like literally a full on like magic trick?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Because otherwise she would have failed her constitution check and passed out.
Yeah, so it's just going to be
She
like
rolled a 4.
Yeah, so just like a wave and then a wave back.
She kind of gets obviously right in the face. You can't. What are you doing? You have to go.
We're getting you out of here. Act naturally, and we're gonna walk back, and we'll get out instantly. Your dad made sure we got a way out.
As you say that, as you kind of like go to turn, you hear, "I'm so glad everybody is still around. Everybody, I need you to meet my son." And kind of from like behind his back, Kavalik pulls out a young dragonborn child.
Interesting. Don't care.
This will be the ruler of when I go on to take over. The material realm is mine. I have conquests much grander than this.
How old's the child?
What's up?
How old's the child?
2 months old.
How many hit points does that child have?
Not a lot.
Beautiful.
I was gonna ask a similar question.
Where is Tucker?
Tucker, I would assume, is going to be right next to Kavalik. Before any of that takes place, though, before you guys can really do anything, everybody go ahead and roll perception for me again.
You and your perceptions, man. 12.
Can I use my passive?
You sure can.
26.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my passive.
I'm also
and,
use my passive after
16.
that one. Sorry. 12 and 13.
Much like Batman's cowl descending down on his enemies as he descends down Mount, you guys see feathers kind of fall from the sky, and they're very familiar feathers because you've seen them dozens of times. But Tucker, standing immediately in front of you, you see this tall figure come down with a blade that you have seen far too many times as it punctures into the side of Kavalik's neck and pierces down into his torso. This is your fault. You hurt my family! And he takes Reaper's blade and rips it out of Kavalik's neck as blood begins to spew violently as Grayson takes a massive step back and Spartan kicks Kavalik down a flight of steps.
Huh. Well,
We should leave. So Rusty's gonna like rush his wife out.
Tucker's going to give Grayson a look. And I hope-
Grayson is not going to look back at you. He kicks Kavalik down the flight of steps and immediately unsheaths Starlight with it and throws it at Kavalik. But before I continue on with that sequence, Tucker, since you were speaking, what is Tucker doing anything right now?
Kill the
Yeah,
baby.
Tucker, yeah, what happened to the baby when that happened?
I'm assuming Kavalik, and just like a paternal instinct, would kind of like just cover over his son's body as they kind of like tumble down the stairs.
Can we still kill the baby? Look, if you had the chance to go back in time and kill baby Hitler, wouldn't you?
Okay, that's a whole paradox of like 80.
We're not guys. It's
We don't have to go back in
9:57.
time.
Other.
We don't have to go back in time. We can do it right here, right now. We're in the main timeline. We can stop this.
Tucker
Who needs
is
District 3 and
going-
2? We can stop it at 1.
Tucker is going to yell at Grayson. How dare you attack the king of this land? I will smite you down where you stand, you fiend. And Tucker's going to try and cast Feign Death. Oh no, wait, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I have to do that as a
Ritual.
ritual right now.
Yeah.
I don't have it. No. I'm going to use the book to cast it immediately.
Okay.
Smart.
So that's going to be an Arcana check. Even if I roll a nat 1, I roll above the number I need. So that's a 29. The DC was 13.
Is he feigning death on the child or on Kavalik?
No, on Grayson. And I want to try and make it seem like Tucker is sucking the life out of Grayson immediately, essentially.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So we will do this then. Kind of. I don't want to short anybody else. We'll get to you guys next
Yeah,
as the sequence plays out. So it's just kind of sorry.
With all that, I do like Tucker's doing all this, and so like does all that and is trying to make Grayson understand that Tucker is trying to get him out of it by hamming it up,
Right.
while also hiding it from the crowd on what Tucker's true intentions are.
All right. So I'm gonna pitch this spiel for a moment. Let me know how you like this.
All right.
So Grayson comes down from the rafters, more or less, bringing Reaper's blade down into Kavalik's neck. As he lands and kicks him down the steps, more or less, Tucker is going to immediately start his incantation. And as Grayson goes to like kick him down, after he kicks him, Grayson kind of collapses to his knees. And what everybody is going to see is more or less Grayson's life force being sucked out of his body and into Tucker's hands at this moment. So by the time that great Kavlik like would get up from the bottom of the steps, he would be looking up to more or less blight taking place as the life is taking out of Grayson's body as he collapses onto the stairs motionless.
Question: would Rusty be able to get behind him
Get
and the
behind
baby?
who?
Kavlik, will we be passing back that way? Because we're gonna go. Because we were at the mural.
I would say Rusty would be along the wall. I don't think he would be open into like the middle of the foyer where that would be taking
Would there be a
place.
way for him to get over there, stealth-wise?
With Kavalik's guards are incredibly trained, so as soon as a knife would go in, they would all be in battle mode. So they would probably all be rushing in. You also have to think there are 2 other King's guards plus
Yeesh.
Agag technically here, who would Agag obviously is on your side.
PK, give me
yeah.
a moment.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I want the baby to die.
Can I just
Yeah.
get
Give me
30
a moment.
feet away from Kavlik and Child?
Yeah, realistically, that's a feasible thing.
I like
like-
that smile.
I'd like to be 30 feet away from everything.
Zoc seeing this transpire from the archway from the kitchen to the rest of the foyer. The light in his single eye is flickering in different colors like you haven't seen it before, and there's shaking happening. And he doesn't know if it's fear or excitement, but he is anxiously
He
awaiting.
begins to feel a tingling in his waist that he's never felt before.
Don't like that. Gonna go ahead and backtrack
Okay.
there.
Zoc canonically is eunuch. He identifies as male because it's easy, but otherwise there's no anatomically anything down there. So just get that thought out of your head for one.
Anyone want to get me that Michael Jordan clip? Stop.
Stop it. Get to know. Stop it. Get some.
Casting blight on a child might be too much, right?
No.
At 5th level.
I know this is a fantasy realm and everything, but like, I'm still like morally deciding whether Zoc should just be like.
You guys have been doing so much shit behind the scenes today. All right, so let's focus on one thing before I don't want to waste anybody's time tonight. So Rusty and Brio would be making their way towards the exit because Rusty has his job, Rusty has his wife. They are making their way out.
Can I find Agog real quick and give him the signal that I got the targets?
Mission successful
Yeah.
signal.
Just like a
You guys would absolutely have your type of coding
just
to speak to each other. It's more or less you're using thieves' cant to communicate to one another.
beautiful.
Zoc, while they're moving their way out of the building, whoever else is still moving out that isn't the 3 of us that are still in like of the core group, like Zodak, Tucker, and Nikolai. But anybody that passes by me, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on Rusty and his wife, just as a like pat him on the back on his way out. Veil of
I
Shadow.
want you guys to know my brain cannot focus on as many things as I'm trying to focus on right now.
Hey man, we're
Fair
trying
we
to
go.
stretch
Keep
you
moving
out.
there.
You've stressed us out in the last month.
Oh, it's not that I'm stressed. I'm trying to communicate behind the scenes.
But that's the fun part.
Instead of the veil of shadows and silence, it's just going to be like his thing of you didn't see anything, but they're just going to move like with absolute silence, since the big ball of
Holy
shadow would definitely be
Shit. Yes.
correct.
Sorry, that was a yes to Alex.
Okay.
Yes to Alex. I'm sorry, Zoc. What? I'm so sorry, Moose. I'm not trying to like speak over you and not like.
So much is happening right now.
I heard Veil of Shadows.
No. So Zoc reaches into his pocket to pull some ash out from when they were in hell that just happens to still like be collecting.
Okay.
And he's going to slap it on the back of Rusty as he's walking past Zoc and giving him the mission accomplished signal as far as the rescue operation. And I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace at 2nd level on
nice.
his wife,
Nice.
just as a means of get her out of here.
Good.
Do not turn back.
Awesome. And then to clarify, So surrounding Kavlik right now would absolutely be the King's Guard. There would be Thon, there would be Agog, and there would be this beautiful woman. What's the female term for other races? Because it's not woman. Would it just be female figure?
Would it be woman?
Feminine. Yeah.
Feminine. We're going, sure. I don't know. I'm trying to be inclusive here and progressive.
Sure.
A feminine figure. They're all surrounding Kavlik, his body right now, as he struggles to get up, his blood pouring down his chest, dripping onto his child.
Tucker wants to run down the stairs and yeah, Tucker's going to run down the stairs. I can help if you let me.
Do it.
And Tucker's going to cast Cure Wounds on Kavlik.
Okay.
That's not a sentence
but
I
as
ever
you
thought
go
I'd
to
say.
touch him, the three of them are absolutely going to draw weapons on you.
Man, I
So
trusted
like if
Tucker.
you do something stupid, your life
Yeah.
will be ended in this moment.
Yeah. And that's going to be. I'm not going to do it at a super high level just because I don't want to waste all my spells.
Okay.
But I will use it at. Sorry, I have to actually open it up because I don't have Cure Wounds memorized as. Okay, I'll do it at a third level, so 3d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 4.
Okay. So as you go to cast Cure Wounds, the glowing warm light of Cure Wounds kind of takes place. The blood continues to drip from the wound, but begins to seal shut.
Actually, slight retcon. Is the child injured?
The child is not injured. No.
Okay, then yeah. Heal Kavlik for 21.
Okay.
21.
21.
21.
Go.
Kavlik is going to stand up. Leave now. And the Kavlik's guards plus like Kavlik's personal guards are all going to surround him. So nobody is going to be able to break through this wall surrounding them all. Tucker. So everybody, you all have basically one action to tell me what you are going to do right now.
Aren't we all in the service hallway?
I'm in the doorway.
Just as a reaction to Kavlik saying leave now and that close-knit group closing off, Tucker is going to bow low and step back up the stairs like 1 or 2 steps just to give them space.
Good. What is Zodak doing? Where would Zodak would have been? No,
Already,
Zodak would have been in
he's
the
gone.
kitchen.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, Rusty would have been on the way to the kitchen with Brio.
Oh, we're heading out, bud. Like, if we're in the kitchen, we're gonna use Dimension Door and get to the other end of the...
What are you doing for Brio's bracelet?
Oh, I need, yo, Nikolai, I need you to get this off.
Yeah, I'll be down in a second.
So technically right now then Rusty and Brio are going to be in the kitchen waiting. Nikolai and Zach, I'm assuming, are going to be close together amongst the party goers. You guys do need to make a decision now for what you're doing because guests are starting to quickly leave.
I want to leave, please.
Nikolai coldly stares down Kavlik and Child.
I would say between the cracks, like obviously you're gonna see between limbs. You and Kavlik do make eye contact.
This is unfortunate.
I just say a word. There's no magic behind it. I just say a word.
Gardening.
Just mouth something at Kavlik. Look at his child. And then just try to see if he knows what I'm trying to get at.
You see Kavlik kind of wince for a moment as he like waits for something to happen. The next time you and I meet will be the last. That goes for you too, Metal Boy.
I know.
Oh.
I'm gonna just turn and walk away.
Okay.
Get down to the kitchen and cast remove curse.
So Nikolai and Zach, I'm assuming you guys make your way down the hallway.
I'm going to be the last one out of the door before Tucker.
Okay.
I am going to make sure that I'm making sure that my gaze is locked at Tucker at all times
Gotcha.
until I'm given a signal to go.
All right,
But
so Nikolai.
I'm holding an action of using
Okay.
spell of invisibility on myself. and
Okay, gotcha.
preparing the spell of Dimension Door, but only if Tucker gives me a signal.
Okay, so Nikolai, as you make your way down the hallway to the kitchen, you very quickly dismantle the magic on the bracelet as Rusty, Zodak, yourself, and Brio make your way out of the castle. So since Moose is waiting on you, Jordan, what is Tucker going to do right now?
Tucker is going to
We
turn.
forgot Kadaz. What's happening there?
Kadaz is doing things.
Okay.
Betraying us.
Zoc is going to, instead of
Tucker's going to turn towards Zoc,
Okay.
like meet Zoc's gaze, and hope that Zoc understands what he's saying with his eyes, and then pull out the wand and cast Fireball.
Zoc is going to smack his hands together, and a bright light is going to emit from it, and the fireball will dissipate.
Yes, I'm sorry to clarify. Who are you casting Fireball on?
Zoc.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, Sock, what was your plan to dissipate Fireball?
I have Magic User's Bane. If I can see that a spell is being used, I have one use of this throughout the day. I have, hold on. Gotta look it up here. Magic User's Bane. When you see a creature casting a spell or teleporting within 60 feet of you, you can use your reaction to force a wisdom saving throw, or its spell or teleport fails and is wasted. It is a reaction.
I mean, teleport though.
Is that specifically for teleport, though, since it states teleport?
Spell or teleport. Yeah.
Oh, got. So Tucker, go ahead and give me that wisdom saving throw then.
I would hope that's good.
Tucker purposefully throws it.
Okay. So to clarify,
We're making it look real.
okay, so more or less, so Tucker, you are going to cast Fireball. Zoc is going to more or less counterspell to dissipate this from happening.
Because
Are you guys
at me.
that
So yeah, flavor text it. Tucker goes, like, pulls out the wand, has the book floating there, pulls out the wand, casts Fireball. The mote of fire goes at Zoc. Zoc does his thing. Tucker goes, and
pulls
like-
this? Gotcha.
and because Zoc just cast the spell, Tucker throws the saving throw, but without him controlling his arm whips to the side.
Gotcha.
And then with that, Tucker's going to turn back to Grayson and pick up the limp body by the lapels and say, "That's right, you son of a bitch, we've got you now." And then cast Darkness to try and make it seem like it's coming from Grayson.
Okay. You don't need to tell me what darkness does. I have a book.
I
I
can
do read some of these books,
Pool of shadows that's
just not the important ones.
becomes a
Right.
dome.
Darkness is a concentration spell, verbal and material components, but I've got the book out, so I don't need the material components. And then Magical Darkness spreads within a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration.
So tell me, what are you trying to make it look like? Is that like Grayson is being like engulfed by darkness?
Well, yeah, kind of. That some shadow is expelling out of Grayson.
Okay. So while that happens, then the Kingsguard is going to start pulling Kavlik towards one of the side rooms. And as they begin shuffling towards one of the one-off rooms, a magic barrier shoots up across from like doorway to doorway. The Kingsguard kind of opens, and Kavlik is now standing there before this room, looking out among all of you. Declaration of war means only one thing. Only one of us will survive. And that's going to be directed at Zoc.
Zoc is going to pull the sheets back, or pull the cloak back, so he's fully exposed. The hat's going to lay down on his back with the club's handles over his shoulder, and he's going to say, with the reddest light you've ever seen in his eye, he'll say, "I hope so. in the most human or the most like natural sounding voice you've ever heard come out of his mouth. I hope so.
And that is where we're going to call it for this week of Kingdom Come.
Hell yeah.
I cast one more spell.
Sure, hit me with it.
Tucker screams as the darkness explodes out, and then cast teleport with Grayson.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll kind of bring this all together a little. So Kavlik and Zock's final moments are going to be after that explosion takes place, and Tucker and Grayson's body are gone.
Zock, in the moment where he meets Kavlik's gaze, he's going to nod and step back into the dimension door spell that he's going to release from his hand. And,
awesome.
And what you'll see, just flavor texting this, a large a large vault door is going to come up and spin. You'll see the tumbler spin and everything, and a large.
But Zock, before you kind of step back, I need you to make a investigation.
17.
With that 17, there is a hue. The Kavlik's Child's scales have a very familiar hue to you. Like you've seen this color of scaling before, and that is the last thing you notice as you step back into Dimension Door. And that's it for this week of Kingdom Come before we go on a 2-week hiatus.
The vault door slams shut, and as the lock tumbles into place, the door makes a thunderous clap and then is gone.
Solid.
Guys, Zock's dimension door is always going to be a vault door from now on. I just decided.
I respect it.
You had me going there, Tucker, for a second. I was like, did you really up and goddamn betray? I like that Bozer was like, oh, Tucker is possessed again. And then I'm here like, betrayed us. His time in hell has served but nothing but betrayal.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did for a long chunk of time consider asking one of you to like eventually be a double agent. But I was like, I'm causing them so much trauma. I'm not going to let them like build the trust in this group to then like eventually cause like real world trauma. Like, why the hell did you not say something?
I'm sorry, are you talking about Ian? Are you talking about a specific Ian moment when we all believed that all of us were going through together and then somebody was like, by the way, I sided with the bad guy. And you're like,
I really hope that one song in particular just is a trauma song for the people of that group, because boy howdy was that a fun session to run.
You mean the end song when we were all like, do you want to live or do you want to die? Yeah, no, the trauma response will always be there for me. Yeah, it's Paint It Black, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not. You can pause that. You can go and stop it. That was an awful moment for my childhood.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. May.
Yeah, just want to say, like, after last week and how rough that was for all of us, I think that this was such a payoff after all of that.
It was like it's like that Winter Soldier thing where like they're like, ugh, this isn't my Captain America, and they're like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
Now I see what you're doing.
And to clarify, like I've mentioned this in chat and I've mentioned this to you guys individually, I don't cause trauma because I think it's funny. Everything I do has a setup for a reason. I know I joke about causing you guys like legit trauma, but no, like I'm doing this for a reason. But I'm super excited because when we come back, we're going to be doing something that I've been waiting for literal months. We're doing therapy with our D&D characters.
With all that, kind of even related to therapy with your D&D characters, take this as a lesson, guys. Talk to your DM. If you have an issue, if you feel uncomfortable with how the game is playing out, talk to your DM. Please communicate with them, and not like in front of everyone, not during the session, but like pull them aside, have that one-on-one, because being able to trust your DM makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, speaking of that, I wanted to talk to you about that heist. I didn't feel comfortable the way that ended 2 years ago. I didn't speak up
Now
then,
that you
but I'd
open
like to
that
speak up
can of
now.
worms,
But only one other person from that one was there, so I think it's fine. Okay, well, hey guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I know it went a little over, but I'm glad we were able to get it
John,
done.
it's going to be longer than one session. That's all I'm saying.
Next week, we'll figure something else. It was
We're
gonna
going
be
to try to be available. We're going to try to be available as FGBG for our normal streams. If you want to see anything else, feel free to message us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. We are more active on Instagram and Twitter in that order. But if you are wanting to see anything from us, any games or anything, we're always open to suggestions because we want to hear what you guys want to see as much as we want to be here to show it to you.
and also we'll still be here on Thursday, just not D&D. We'll be doing something else.
Yeah.
Like,
Just for 2 weeks. Then we'll
just
be
for
back
2
with
weeks.
D&D.
Like Phasmophobia or Jackbox or I don't
Something.
know,
We
something.
broadcasted a year of this campaign. We're not just going to end it on a 2-week hiatus.
Could you imagine? Can you believe?
I would be devastated personally.
Me too, honestly.
Guys, can we
It's
play
the only
Pokemon
thing I look
Stadium?
forward to during the week.
Guys, let's play Pokemon Stadium on Thursday.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Do it.
Okay, so Pokemon Stadium. With that, I'm PK.
I'm Moose.
I'm Jeff Sitz.
I'm Alex.
I'm T.
And you just keep
Geeking out.
Do we get to level up here?
No, but really, do we get to level up
Fair
here?
question. That's a fair question at this point. I mean.